Good num num morning. I'm back. Trying this again. It was just it wasn't that it was any crash or problem. It's just the internet connection on my console was being super stuttery, and eventually I just called it to wrap up and to stop and just try a few things. All you missed from the 5 minutes we were doing is that we made a new weapon for Sophie. So her stats are a bit more buffed. We've got to make her a new shirt, but the one we want to make requires an angel ribbon, so I was going to see if we can make one first. When I noticed that to say I dropped frames was an understatement. I dropped, like, days. It felt like I was dropping everything. As pendants, we need a... I don't even know if we have it, to be fair. So sparks, cauldrons... We might not at all. And if that's the case, we'll have to pick something else to make to try and be good enough for... No, I don't think we do. Okay, we'll have to try and make something else that will last. Firstly, though, flat broke. One sec. For one, I'm going to be making anything. I need the money to get away with it. No, I won't get rid of that much. I need more than that. So can we get super enhanced twice? That'd be fun. Ah, no, we can't put another blitz sight on. I'll take defense super enhanced though. Nice, slight MP drop, but that defense boost is... Yeah, that'll do. Let's sell all these old armors and equipment. Alright, let's get back. How prepared we are for this is fucking something we'll learn together. This map ended up being a lot more expansive than I thought it would be. I was kind of glancing around, like I knew it was going to be big-ish, but it ended up being a lot, you know? The library of all creation. All enemies we're familiar with, though, by the looks of it. This was formerly my atelier. That's unfair, it's so big, my atelier doesn't even compare. That's so unfair, Plush. I'm not really sure how to respond. Let's go in. Ooh. Oh, the music. Alright, it's got that final dungeon feel. Wow. There's so many books. It's been 500 years since I came here last. Whoa! What's going on? Slightly at Luard is using ablation alchemy. In other words, there's no mistake that Luard is here. Oh, this... Oh. Oh. You know me, I'm a huge sucker for the piano. This is... Oh. Yeah. Then let's go see him, Plushta. Oh, and it's going to cut off because there's a nighttime version, isn't there? Here, isn't he? Yes, that's right. Oh, it's a mini-boss, okay. Wise spirit. I don't want to use like my good shit yet. You know, like I'm looking at this, I'm like, what can I use that I don't mind? So I'm saving all the good shit for the finale, obviously. Oh, need to speed up. When we get to the final boss, I'll probably put the game speed back to normal. If I'm honest. Oh, okay, he's not doing too much damage. We should be fine. But yeah, when it's like a big fight for the final boss, that one I'm like, no, it's a big fight that's significant. I'll put it on normal speed for that. Let it have the weight it should have. Oh, what did I just pick up? Don't tell me I just picked up better equipment. Okay, I was about to say, don't you dare tell me I just picked up something better than what I got. I've just spent all that time crafting. Oh, That's only minute differences. I'll keep what I got. Oh, it's just two sides of the same thing. Let's just head into here then. This music doesn't sound fitting at all anymore. Yeah. It's like, yeah, let's go fight the baddies when we've just had like the most dramatic dungeon theme. Oh, above us. I was like, what is it? The game pointing out. And that's the other bit down there. And this goes all the way up and around if you want to go around the back. So the ever-changing stars. Could this be? Yes, we're close. What's this feeling? I've got the chills. Ablation alchemy, Luard. So you really are. And there's the next mini boss. Oh god. Holy shit, there's so many enemies here. And that's a boss block off. And they get the green dot. I'm guessing Luard's at the end there. So what's being blocked up here? Let's see. Ifrita? Oh, okay, that brake gauge did not move despite using the high brake skill. Okay, it's not doing too much. Thankfully, we've got good equipment, so I think we're letting that carry us a little bit. And we got the brake, so it doesn't matter if what it tries to do this turn. There we go. Oh, damn, what's that? That looks snazzy. Super defense enhanced. It's inferior. What's up here? Oh, you're in such an awkward position. Hey! The altar of dreams and reality. Oh, I found it. Then what was the other way? That had a green dot at the end. Luard. So you've come, Pludgester. Do you intend to kill me again? No, Luard. We're here to persuade you. Persuade me? Luard, you need to stop using ablation alchemy right now. You've come all this way just to say that again. Do you still not understand the power of ablation alchemy? Ablation alchemy is the supreme form of alchemy, allowing one to create anything they desire. Luard, that power won't bring happiness to anyone. If you continue to use ablation alchemy, the power of nature will eventually be exhausted. Alchemy that sacrifices the future for temporary gains is wrong. Just take a look at Sophie. Every day she improves her skills with alchemy. If she continues to develop at this rate, I'm sure that she'll become an alchemist that helps countless people. The alchemy that you use smothers out people like Sophie, people who have a potential future. You would wait that long for mere chance? Uncertain futures do not concern me. The most important time is the present, and mastering this magnificent power. My goal is mastery of this form of alchemy. That goal has never changed since long ago. No, you're wrong, Luard. That wasn't your goal before. What? Look at this. It's the first item that you and Pludgester made together. This is what started your dream, right? What mastery of alchemy was mastery of alchemy really your goal, Luard? It's wrong, isn't it? Your real goal, your real dream, was to use alchemy to bring people happiness. You need to remember, Luard. How annoying. Huh? I simply wish to master alchemy, the method I use, the shortest path to that goal. If you wish for my happiness, then leave me be. However, if you choose to interfere, I will show no mercy. Luard, listen to us! Sophie, you've done enough. Pludgester. Seems 500 years was too long to wait. Just like how I lost my memories, it seems Luard has completely forgotten his original ideals. However, if Luard is going to continue using ablation alchemy, we cannot allow him to do as he pleases. I'll kill Luard myself. But if you don't stop Luard here and now, many people will only know misfortune. Sophie, there's no need to include the two of us among the people you wish to make happy. I'd like you to bring happiness to even more people in the future, in our place. Touched her. Now take up your staff. Okay. Here we come, Luard. Oh. Oh, hang on a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh, this final boss theme. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh my god. 3,000 health or 25k, got it. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm just listening to this track. This is amazing, what the fuck? I mean, this game's got some banger boss themes, so and people have been hyping up the final boss theme for a while for me, been saying, hey, no, you're gonna like it, but this is amazing, what the fuck? Ow. This is so... oh my god. I'm getting, like, I almost want to say not quite near, but close near vibes. You know, like with the ominous choir doing its own thing, just, you know, with a lot more rock on top of it that really is making it kick off and really making it, like, you know, significant. This is amazing, holy shit. I'm just letting this rock on. Oh, and it's picking up as well. The drums in the background are ever creeping up. I can hear it. Next turn I'll need to try and get on people's MP a little more. I'm hoping I haven't missed anything. I know we got the Philosopher's Stone, which maybe it matters, but there's that weird room down below that had a green dot on it that was kind of suspicious. But we'll find out. If I miss something, well, I just won't save and we'll try this again, you know? Gates of Creation, uh-oh. Oh, and just as the music kicks off, what the fuck? Oh, has he just made a new demon? Holy, what the fuck? Now what are we doing? The Beast King Diagram? What the fuck? Hi, how you doing? It's me, your boy. Holy sh... oh my god! Music! Oh my god! Holy shit, this is amazing. Ow. Don't kill anyone, please. Let the heal land. Oh! Oh, I don't even think it's looped yet. No, it hasn't, because this is a new bit as well. Like, oh my god. Do you think they were just in the office and went, look, I need you to... we're making the final boss theme. And the composer just went, I have an idea. And he went, no, you don't need to go that crazy with it. No, I have an idea. This is amazing. So I still don't think it's looped yet. This is just going all in. Nice. Well, it's a good thing we did that heal then. Oh, you fuck. Okay, he didn't heal anywhere near as much as he could have. Yeah, the special attack's going to take that heal away from him. Yeah, they just decided when he was making this, hey, how crazy can we get with this? Because this is a long-ass final boss theme as well. Like I said, I don't think it's looped yet. Now it's looped. I heard the instrumentation kind of cut and then start again. Now it's looped. So that's what was that, a fucking 6-minute long final boss theme? That's amazing. Bonk. Ow, 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 ow. There's a lot of threatening animations, but so far we've been okay. Well, I say that the person I'm most concerned of, Corey Regen, is pulling her along pretty strongly. But it does look like there's a follow-up to its attack. Unless we kill it this turn, which I'm doubtful. Reincarnation release. Oh no, it is down, okay. Hey, it's me, your boy. Oh, and the attack lasts. Ah. We don't need to use Rapid Alchemy yet, we can just use this normal. It's the next one we'd have to use Rapid Alchemy for. This is an amazing final boss theme. This is just an amazing track in general. Like, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting peak music to be tucked away in this game when I started. Oh, and there's that meteor returning, which is why I wanted to set up the heal. Rain of stars. Oh, and there's the rock again. It's always when he does crazy ow! It's always when he does crazy shit that the rock kicks in. Oh, special attack. You're gonna enjoy this one, motherfucker. We got the big guy slash as well. Yeah, he's gonna go all in with it. Okay. Can you blame me for humming along to this fucking track? This is amazing. I know I keep saying it, but it fucking is. I'm gonna have Corey on Rapid Alchemy Breezy Aroma for the foreseeable, just as a constant background regeneration kind of thing. This fucking bit of the track is the best part for me. Just listen. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Why is this track so good? Oh, and this is coming back to haunt us. Ow. It's okay, we got the extra heals. So a lot of Luard's attacks are setups. By the seams of it. Word of all three. Ow, ow. Ow, fuck. It's good thing we got that healing on point. And there's things coming in again. How close are you? You still got 1,000 yet. Let's see if I can hit you with this. You, Rapid Alchemy, set up another Breezy Aroma for next turn. I kind of want you to put another one down as well, just to make sure everyone stays topped up. And then have you go in to do something. Jesus Christ. This is why we need to set up multiple heals. Thank you, Corey, being our lifesaver as always. Ow, ow. Ow. It just boosted our cost, our skill cost. This motherfucker. How close is he? He's close, we can get him. I knew you'd find a song eventually. This song's fucking amazing, dude. What are you... It's like 6 or 7 minutes long of just pure excellence. It's just like, holy shit, man. Yeah, also hi. I knew you were trying to join the last step. I hope I haven't missed anything. When I came into this dungeon, there was this downstairs bit that had a green dot in it that I ended up not checking out, and I'm worried that that was something I might have missed. That I need to do for like the true ending or something. If it is, I just won't save after the credits and we'll fight and we'll go through it again and just fight this final boss a second time. So I've still got the Philosopher's Stone on me. I've just been rocking out to this god tier track. Now you know why I said a bad habit of judging SOTs by this song. Yeah, this is amazing. Like at first I got kind of like near Replicant, near Automata vibes. But then it just kind of fucking took off and did its own thing, and it's just absurd how good it is. My favourite part of this track isn't even the rocks, like the electric solo that's coming up. It's like the bit where it gets super quiet a little after this bit. Where it just goes to just the vocal on its own and then slowly starts building it back up again. That bit's like my favourite part of the track. I kind of don't want to end this fight, you know? Just in case it's like a secret set extra form, I'll put that in place. Oh, dude, it just doesn't stop and it's amazing. Absolutely. You know what else I love? Is that it's a remix of the dungeon theme. The final dungeon theme I thought was really good, both the normal and the night variant. And then it comes to the final boss and it like play off of it, but just add like a million more elements on top of it. Just made this track so godly. Also, fun fact: Furious Light and Suel have the ability to replace tracks with this song. I'm not gonna do that. Do you know why? Because it will lose the impact. Part of the reason why this song is so phenomenal is because it's the grand finale. You're only gonna hear it the once, you know. I think it would lose some of its magic if you just replaced it, you know. I might make it, when we get to Riser, I might replace Riser's final boss theme with this, because I don't really remember Riser's final boss theme, and there might be a reason for that. this bit. This is my favourite part of the track. I see disagree because honestly I play this so dang often. I mean, yeah, this track, it's the same with the track that played against, I want to say Nefarious, that's not his name, it's like Nazarus. That track, I'm gonna put on my phone playlist when I'm walking to work. And I'm probably gonna put this one on there as well if I can track it down. It's like DMC5's Buried Alight. Yeah, fair. That's difficult to compare it to Buried Alight for me. Because Buried Alight it became like culturally significant. Nazareth, yeah. It was so significant to me because I grew up with Virgil. I grew up with Devil May Cry, so to hear Virgil finally get his theme song and it be the most godliest thing ever, like that had like personal social significance to me. Leia Zaya is difficult to get indeed. Oh, is that the name of the track? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But I think I've let this track roll on long enough. Let's wrap this up. Well, we have to survive this first, but let's try and wrap this up. Those are doesn't relatable, so yes. Okay. Oh, fucking hell. He's gotta be dead. He's gotta be dead. There we go. Trophy unlocked, Ablation Alchemist. Have a Final Fantasy death animation, please. Like, explode like 20 times. God damn it. Do you know what else? I was like, please have a classic Final Fantasy death final boss where like you just explodes like a million times. Yeah. Oh, and we get another Philosopher's Stone. Oh, they're going to be split again. No way. Well, suppose now's the time that matters. Did I get the right ending? I should get the final cauldron here too. Nice. Like, was there something downstairs that I should have done first, or am I good? Have I got the good ending? Sort of, or the best possible outcome? We're like this again. Didn't think we'd turn back. That's why it's such a standard now for OSTs and Atelier. Yeah, they fucking went crazy with this. The Cauldron of Knowledge was destroyed? Most likely. Looks like we don't have anything left. But the Cauldron was finished. We can't use alchemy anymore. We can never turn back. I felt so disappointed in Rise's OST. That could be a me thing. I liked Rise's OST. Just to be honest, I can't remember the final boss theme. That's the only thing. I think there's, and I'm worried there might be a reason for that. You know. Also, good ending. Yes, nice. Can't believe it. How could we lose? That's likely the difference between your desires. I am curious what the rest of the Mysterious Trilogy is going to deliver music front now. Because this is, yeah, it's going to get compared. When we get to the end of Furious. True, but I could definitely remember Leah Sia. Yeah, absolutely. This thing's going straight on the fucking playlist. It's a god track. And the thing is, and I wish, I get it, you know, especially as a composer, it's extremely difficult to make, like, really long tracks. It's why most of them average, like, 1.5 to 3 minutes in anything. But I wish more games took, or more composers took the risk to just make really fucking long tracks. Trust that the audience's attention span will withhold for the long track, because that is such a good track, not just because it's really good in the instrumental or anything, but because it's like 6 or 7 minutes long, you know? It's the same reason people love Buried Alight. It's not just because it's a great track, it's the fact that it's like 9 minutes long. And it keeps the momentum up for the whole fucking thing. It's, like... Because I completely get it. Like, I think it was a VTuber. I think it was Mori Calliope who spoke about it. It said there tends to be a push to have smaller tracks because you have the attention span of your audience you have to deal with. But I wish they would just take that risk more often. Hasn't been replicated since, but OST-wise, Lightens so well as well. Sophie 2 is better overall OST average in quality, but doesn't meet Leia Zia as a single song. And that's fine. You know, I don't think it needs to, as long as the soundtrack you get is still good. Like, I think once you hit peak fiction, don't keep on trying to replicate it. Just keep on doing new things and see what you land on. It's like Noboru Uematsu. Everyone still looks at One Winged Angel as like one of his best work, and it's like, he still did amazing things after FF7. It's just a lot of what he did afterwards, he deliberately made different because he never wanted to try and surpass One Winged Angel, you know? He wanted to just do different things and show just how broad his range is of music. And it shows. There's some really cool songs that he made afterwards, especially in games like Lost Odyssey. Like, if you've never heard Lost Odyssey's OST, fucking listen to it. It's such an amazing soundtrack. And Sophie 2 is a good rock track set. Lion Suel's best songs are the softer songs. Yeah, and that's something I've complimented all the way through this game. One of my favourite tracks, like my two favourite tracks in this game, outside of this final boss theme now, is like the first Atelier theme. Did Neptune MV2's OST. He also did. He's also the composer of Plutia's theme from Victory. You know, the that one. What was I gonna say? Like, yeah, this game's soundtrack, like the actual like first Atelier theme, or what I nicknamed Sophie's theme. I love that track. And Fluffy Prayer, I think it's called, the church theme, I also whistle to every single time. I think I like the 80s porn music. It's just you. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I love the softer tracks in this game. If anything, like when I came into Atelier Sophie, I was not expecting any of the tracks to be rock. Then we heard that one battle theme that I think plays when the enemy out-levels you. And I was kind of like, oh no, they got some crazy tracks in here. Then I heard the Nazareth track, which was also godly. And now this as well. It's like, okay, no, when they want to pop off, they can. But for me, I love Encounter with Destiny. Encounter with Destiny is also Nobuo Uematsu, and you can fucking tell it's Nobuo Uematsu. OSTs in the game are surprisingly great. Yeah. Another track I liked from V2, and it's from V2R actually. It wasn't in base V2. They added it in R. They gave Steamax his own battle theme in V2R, called Ninja, and that's probably my favorite track from the game. It's not as grand as Encounter of Destiny, but I love the instrumentation of it and how they handle it. It's a really strong track, and I was gutted that when Steamax came back in the spin-off Ninja Wars, he didn't bring that theme along with him, and he got some generic track that I forgot in 2 seconds. But you mentioned that moment. The moment you mentioned V2R, yeah. I loved Ninja. I thought it was a great track. But your only goal was to master ablation alchemy. You used alchemy only for yourself. I dialed it so fast. I downloaded it. Sorry, a standard theme for V2R. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, it was so strange for me, like, when going to Ninja Wars, it was a perfect opportunity, because a lot of people didn't play V2R, because, you know, it was a director's cut, but rearranged, remixed version of a game that was on the same console. So a lot of people just went, nah, I'm good, and didn't bother. So a lot of people missed that track, and it's like, no, reuse it, chuck it in Ninja Wars, it's the perfect opportunity, and they didn't. I was like, God fucking damn it. However, Sophie is different. She has used alchemy earnestly, for the sake of others. She worked out her wish to bring happiness to all people, including you and I. Hold on, there is a specific song from Lion Suel that's my favourite. And then I look forward to hearing it when I eventually get there. Alchemy is the power of wishes. You should already know that the stronger the wish, the stronger the power grows. Your selfish alchemy stood no chance of winning against Sophie's alchemy. Filling the shade. I'll make sure to keep in mind that. It's like, I'm not as strict with it as some other people can be, but if it's a game I know I'm going to be playing, and I know it's a soundtrack I'm probably going to like, I tend to hesitate to listen to the soundtrack ahead of time, because it's like, I don't know if that final boss track would have hit as hard for me if I had heard it before, you know? The fact that I had no expectation, I had no idea what I was walking into, and then got blasted with that, made it amazing. You know? I know it is an amazing track regardless, but you know what I mean? It made it more significant. There are some other instances, like Lost Judgment. When that game came out, I knew I wasn't going to get to it anytime soon. Even though I was like, yeah, I'll look forward to it and whatnot. So I did listen to a lot of tracks in its soundtrack, and it was good too. I enjoyed it. It's a fair approach, so I felt about Ayesha's second opening. Fair enough. Like, it's hard to judge. There are some games where I can't help myself, and there are some games where I'm like, actually, no, I'll wait. I'm not as strict as it as some other people. Like, I've got a friend of mine who, like, if he's even remotely, even slightly looking forward to a game, he wants to know absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing to do with the game, nothing to do with the soundtrack, nothing to do with anything. He just wants to jump in completely blind and embrace everything as one collective package, entirely fresh. And I respect that, but I can't do that. I'll watch trailers. I tend to not watch the final trailers of things because they tend to spoil everything. But I'll watch the trailers. I'll listen to the soundtrack if I can. Don't know about the second opening. Seeing the actual second opening just blew my mind. Fair. Yeah, that happened to me with Tales of Arise. Although I have problems with Tales of Arise, it having a second opening really, was like, oh shit. And it actually being good, because I wasn't the biggest fan of the first opening for Tales of Arise, because I immediately compared it to Tales of Berseria. Trailers don't do it for me. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, Tales of Berseria's opening is still the best Tales of opening, in my opinion. I know that's very biased and probably a hot take, but I loved that opening. And Tales of Arise's first OP just wasn't that good in comparison. It was very basic, it felt. And I know why. It's because they were teasing the second one. What did they do for me? I play Emergency one. Oh god, Berseria. Berseria is one of my all-time favourite games. I don't know if I've told you the story. Some of you have been in chat when I've told it. My experience with the Tales of series is every single time a new one came out, all my friends would recommend it. I'd eventually buy it. Play it, hate it after 5 minutes, and never play it again. And this was consistent for every single Tales of game. And after Zestiria, I wrote off the entire franchise and said, this is not for me. I'm never going to play it again. Fast forward like a year after Berseria came out, it was on sale for dirt cheap, and I went, fuck it. I had nothing to play at the time. It was the most fun I'd ever had in an RPG at that time, and is still standing as one of my all-time favorite games. And it's like the fucking story, the fact, the characters, the gameplay, and the fact that, my luck that the one time I stopped was just before the game that ended up becoming one of my all-time favorites. It was like, of course I stopped there. It's like that meme of the dude, that image they always use of the dude that, like, stops mining an inch away from treasure. Like, that was me. That was me after not enjoying Symphonia, not enjoying Zilla, really not enjoying Zestiria. I thought Zestiria was a piece of shit, personally. If you like it, that's all good for you, but I just couldn't do it. And then just barely stopping before Berseria at the treasure, and Berseria's end up being phenomenal. I desperately wish they would get rid of the recording block on Berseria. Tales of Arise has no recording blocks on PlayStation whatsoever. So because I will eventually, just not anytime soon, when I eventually want to cover Tales of Arise on the channel, I can freely. Tales of Berseria, no. The entire game, still to this day, is got a recording block on the PlayStation 4 version. And, like, I've been begging and praying that they will patch it out. Because they can. I know for a fact they can. I know for a fact that any company can patch out the recording block. Because Square Enix do it with every single release. They release it, and for the first month, the final chapter is block cutscenes, and then afterwards they patch out the block. They did it with Final Fantasy 15, they did it with Kingdom Hearts 3. It took them a bit longer than a month for the 7 remake, but they still did it with the 7 remake. I imagine it'll be the same with 16, which will be problematic for my streaming, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Found it. I know exactly what that is, and it is something I'm looking into. HCCP is basically piracy blocking. And it's the reason why it's there is to stop people streaming Netflix, because Netflix is on PlayStation, or streaming Amazon shows, or you're basically like pirating TV shows and films off of it. Which is why if you remove it or disable it, it blocks access to all of those things. You can only play games off your console. I have it turned off by default because it takes up extra software data. It takes up extra space on your data. So to make it so the weight load on my PS5 is slightly lighter, I always have it off. But when you have it off, you can then use any third-party recording software. Problem with their logic is the fact that some people have access to it regardless via Elgato. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, if you turn it off, it blocks off things like Netflix and whatnot to stop you using third-party recording. But you can use third-party recording with anything. So whilst it's off, yeah, you can plug in an Elgato, you can plug in a DirectX, you can plug in a whatever the fuck capture card you have, and it'll record just fine. It was something that became a demanded feature, because when the PS4 first came out, the HCC P was on by default, and it had no ability to turn it off. So people had to do a lot of really shitty workarounds to be able to record straight from the PS4. without using the built-in stuff. People really weren't on board with it, so they had to patch in this big change around like a year and a bit into PS4's lifespan. And so the fact they made it on the launch of the PS5, it's like, oh, they have learned, good. And so at some point I will. So I am looking into it. The problem is always money, because I'd want a good PC setup as well first. So my ideal setup would be have a full like desk up with two monitors, so I can have one monitor have like chat or excess things if I need it, whilst the other monitor being all the game footage, and then just I can have it on the other monitor just like frame checks and whatnot, so I can see if things dip. Because I think you probably just missed it. I did start streaming at 9, but I only streamed for about 5 minutes, and then I stopped streaming and wiped it off because I dropped so many frames that YouTube thought the stream had ended for a minute. And then started going again, and I was like, oh, okay, let me just restart this. And thankfully it smoothed up after I did, but it's like, it would be good if I had a second monitor to cover that instead of me having to just pay attention to my phone, you know? And realize, because the way I keep an eye and make sure things don't dip or change is I actually have the stream running on my phone. Like, I'm literally watching my own stream on my phone at all times. So if I spot something dip in the corner of my eye, I can address it from that. But it's not the same as actually having the technical data, you know? It's not the same as actually having the actual second screen and having the analytics. I'm just watching the stream next to me. It's entirely muted so I don't echo anything, but I'm literally watching myself in the corner of my eye, and then I have chat with it. Pretty more about a week ago. Yeah, I mean, you can't do anything about it. It just happens sometimes. The internet be goofy. It was just annoying that it happened then. What, so you're saying everything we've done now is for nothing? We've lost to a regular alchemist, but we can't use alchemy anymore. What was the point of our life? It wasn't for nothing. Huh? It wasn't all for nothing. It's true that using ablation alchemy was a mistake. Also, since we are getting the true ending and we've been streaming 47 minutes, yeah, I'm gonna do some post game after this, after the credits roll. This is going to be my last Atelier Sophie stream. Next time we come back to Atelier, it'll be starting up Atelier Firis. And I haven't made my schedule for next week, so I don't know when we're going to start that 100% yet. Because I have neglected Soul Hackers 2 for like a week and a half. And so I do want to, you know, get back to that at some point. But at the same time, I'm also eager to try out Firis. So we'll see. My schedule next week is going to be weird anyway, because I want to take tomorrow off since I didn't take Wednesday off. And so I am a bit more tired. Can't wait to see you enjoy Firis. Yeah, I can't wait either. This game's left a really good impression on me, so I'm excited to try to see the next step of the Mysterious trilogy. But it's like, I'm going to take Saturday off because I've been streaming every day this week. I'm not watching, so I just want to do the gameplay myself. Yeah, that's fair enough. I will be streaming Sunday, but that will be a one-off, so I might make that my Soul Hackers stream. The reason why I say one-off is because the mother has pulled the "you're going to spend time with me" card on Monday, so I'm not going to be streaming Monday either. And the reason being is that on Monday is the Queen's funeral, so absolutely everything in the country is basically closed, outside of like caring homes and whatnot. So I'm not working, and neither is my mum. And my mum's like, well, if we've got the Monday, let's go. You know? So I'll be on Monday. I'll be spending time. Oh, you're streaming the new Fairy Fencer game. I am interested. I know it's a spin-off. I am interested in seeing that though. So condolences to the royal family. Yeah. Because I know I'm going to sound heartless. I'm not too fussed about it. Like, I can respect, like, I think I've talked about it before. Like, I have heavy respect for the Queen, for her position and what she did. She made a lot of fucking mistakes. I'm not going to pretend she didn't. But at the same time, I'm not going to dog on the dead, you know? A lot of people have took to Twitter to just insult her, and I'm just like, what have you got to gain out of that? There's nothing to gain out of it. But at the same time, my mother was raised predominantly by her grandparents, and so has an extremely prideful of the royal family. Like, I don't know what the right word is, like patriotic or matriotic, belief. So she wants to do something on Monday. So I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go do something. So I think you mentioned it. I just say as you lost someone important to me. Yeah, I understand. That's the best way to put it. Because, sorry, to get back to the streaming, my general idea, this isn't final, like, I'll do the video after this stream and make my choice, so things might change. If I'm too excited for Furious, I'll stream Furious on Sunday, but it's just, my general idea would be Soul Hackers 2 on Sunday, and then on Tuesday start Furious, and then for the rest of the week beyond that, we'll see. But we'll see. Because I feel like I'm miles away from finishing Soul Hackers 2. And the game is excessively grindy, because it's a very old school Atlas game. And I like the fact that it's an old school Atlas game, because I grew up with old school Atlas, but it doesn't change the fact it is an old school Atlas game, so get to the fucking grind if you want to survive the next challenge. Anyway, it wasn't all for nothing. It's true that using ablation alchemy was a mistake. But your wish to save your village together with Plushta wasn't for nothing. You shouldn't say that the dream you shared with Plushta in the past was for nothing. Sophie. Here. This is. It's the first item that you and Plushta made. Look at this and remember your real dream. Let's go, Atamina. Huh? Let's go. Okay. I wonder what those two will do now. I hope they understood. Yes, they'll be fine. I'm sure they heard and understood what you wanted to tell them. I'm sure. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, Plushta, let's go home. Yes, let's go. Back to our atelier. Aww. Oh, we've actually got to leave? Oh, I thought I was expecting the credits to just roll. Oh, I just want to stay here for a minute and listen to the ominous piano. I was expecting... I know, like, Atelier Sophie and dungeon length doesn't exactly go hand in hand. But I was expecting this dungeon to be slightly longer. And I never checked that back room, but we can do that when we're in actual post-game. The credits will appear soon. Yeah. Oh, hang on. The fact that it's got 2 exclamation points. Return to the Atelier! It's like, yeah, let's leave, go home. Wouldn't it be funny if the red dot we ran into was like a random super boss that just wiped the floor of us before we got back? Like, we just beat the final boss. Okay, let's go home. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love the fact that the final boss theme... I don't know which came first, the final boss theme or the dungeon theme and composing, but I like that they're a remix of each other. Ah, we're finally back! Yes, we are. Everyone, thank you so much. You really helped us. Well, some more than others. I mean, I never once had Fritz in the battle team, nor Leon for that matter. Or Plushta, really. And then Lucifer just, like, slowly turns to Plushta, like, what were you doing? Why are you getting so humble all of a sudden? It's not like you. We wouldn't have been able to beat Luard without you all, so... Ah, quit dating so distant. That's right. You're always helping us. So it's the least we could do. We'll help any time. Exactly. We're all friends here. There's no need for such discretion. I hope I can remember everyone's voices. It was kind of rough, but it wasn't a bad experience. Yes, I'm glad I was able to help you, Sophie. What they said. Everyone, thanks. Well then, I think I'll go home now. I'm a little tired. Yes, I'm sure everyone is quite weary. This would be a good time to leave. It's the same thing that happened at the end of Blue Reflection's Second Light. Where it's like there's a point where, you know, it's the final push and like every single character has a line to say, and I was sitting there going, oh god, I gotta like remember who voices who. What, my Corey voice? Oh, but she's just a little snowflake. She just needs a bit of love, TLC. I give her a little, like, squeaky voice. It's because she reminded me so much of Kirara from Blue Reflection, and that's the exact voice I gave Kirara in that game. And so I was just like, okay, you get that voice. You get the Kirara voice. Lil. And it's like everyone's doing their famous line. I had to sit there and go, okay, who was this character's voice? Okay, they were kind of high pitched. Oh, they were super high pitched. Oh, they were a little posher. Oh, they had a little twang on their oh fuck. And I was like, my worst habit, especially like with like Atelier Sophie. I'm pretty sure some of these characters, where some of these streams have been like relatively spaced apart, they've probably changed voice like 6 times. Because like, oh Jesus Christ, my voice is so bad. Well, it's because I love doing it. I started doing it in Let's Plays like 2 or so years into the 5 years I did Let's Plays for. I got Son Colonel Sanders' voice though. That I'd love to hear at some point. That'd be hilarious. And like at first, it was just the same voice for everyone. So I think the first game I tried it was Celeste. I voiced all the little text boxes I did the voice for. And then it just kind of went from there, because then I started Let's Playing Neptunia games and, you know, Idea Factory games. At most, you'll get like 40% of the dialogue will be voiced. So all the rest I did. I'm doing a voice roll video for the KFC visual novel. Fucking good luck, man. Good luck. Yeah, just... I'll subscribe to you, so we will see, so I can see how that goes and you get to it. And also because I want to check out Fairy Fencer F. I have no interest in getting it because it's not my genre, but I am curious what they'll do. Yes, and Draven was quite weary, but good time to leave. Oh, okay. Thank you all again. I'll see you later. That visual novel was so fun. What about you two? I think I'll stay with you a little longer. Yeah, it's the OG 3. Of course they're going to stick around. As Plushta's booty is in like full shot at this angle. Like, what the fuck? What is with like some of the costumes? Leon's the same. The back of her costume, I just sit there and go, what kind of wardrobe disaster are you doing? Yeah, me too. I feel like hanging around. I see. Let's all go to the Atelier together. Yes. Okay then, to the Atelier. Oh, do I actually have to run there? Alright, I'll be like ceremonious. Let's like slowly stroll back. Oh, Sophie, what's wrong? Did you forget something? No, I was going to thank you properly, Leon. Thank you again for helping. Don't mention it. I actually think it was a pretty interesting experience. In the Colonel Sanders videos, I get my review of Sisters v Sisters completed. Fair enough. But I know there's one thing I want to ask in return, if possible. Ask me what? I want you to model along with Plachta sometime. I think you two would look pretty attractive as models. Modeling? No, I think I understand. We'd be more than happy to. What? Sophie, I never agreed to... It's fine. Leon helped us out after all. That's right, but... I look forward to it. Oh, we can talk to everyone then. Hello, Sophie. You seem to have a relieved look on your face. Really? Yes, lately you've always looked like you were worried about something. I thought that it wasn't like you. Huh? I was making a face like that? Yes, you were. I've seen you ever since you were a little baby. I would know when something's wrong. But it seems like you've solved the problem. Yeah, I did. I see, that's good. Come back and buy vegetables anytime, okay? I'll give you a special discount. Mrs. Marguerite. That's my throat went. Thank you. I'll definitely come shopping again. I was going to talk to everyone. Oh, okay, I was going to say, it's the wrong day, but is she here called someone to talk to? Tess! Oh, Sophie. Tess, what's wrong? I know it's only a small thing, and like, they were still trying to find their art style. I would say trying to find it, I've been doing it for years. But I love the way Sophie's eyes respond to things. Like, you know, cause when she got freaked out, like her eyes like zoomed in slightly, like to give her a more cutish look, sort of thing. Like, I love the subtlety of the eye animation they do in these games. It's the same with Blue Reflection and Knights of Azure. Like, they have a thing for making doing these hyper precise things with the eyes. I remember pointing out that like when Uta is introduced in Blue Reflection Second Light, they introduce her as a character that's difficult to trust. And so her eyes, the drawing of her eyes are more scratchy, they're more scribbly, so it makes her look darker and more like clouded. But when you get to know her better and get to trust her, more colour comes to her eye. And so she starts to look more natural the more you get to know her. And I was like shit like that. It's like they really have a thing for eyes. in subtle ways in these games. Tess, what's wrong? The look on your face changed, doesn't it? My face? I don't think I've changed. No, you definitely seem to look more handsome. Handsome? I'm a girl. That's not how I meant it. It's just you seem more grown up, I guess. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a handsome girl, Sophie. Anyway, it's not a bad thing. Tess. You should be proud of yourself, Sophie. Or should I say Miss Handsome? Tess, stop. Stop. I can only take so much. Stop that, please. I'm not happy to hear that at all. Anyway, feel free to come back anytime. I'll treat you to something special, handsome Sophie. I'm asking you to stop that. I'm still not sure how I'm supposed to do the pronunciation of like you when it's in the text, so I just make sounds and hope that's close enough. Welcome home, Sophie. Thanks, I'm back. What's wrong? Why'd you say that? I simply wanted to try saying it. Oh, you're acting a little strange. Sometimes one simply feels like saying things like that. By the way, I prepared my special tea. Would you like a cup? Really? I'd love some. Very well, today's on the house. Wow, thank you very much. No need for my thanks. Please take your time and relax. You've done well, Sophie. So I should be like poking my head into everywhere then, shouldn't I? And talking to literally anyone who's willing to listen. Harold! Sophie? What is it? Did something happen? Nope, it's just that you helped us out a lot, so I wanted to properly thank you. Thank me? I don't recall doing anything worthy of thanks. That's not true. I see. Well, I'm just glad I could help. Do you think I could get stronger if I used guns too? You use guns? Hey, why are you laughing? It's just I don't think they'd suit you very well. You already have a great power called alchemy. There's no need for you to use guns. I'm not giving you a Glock, Sophie. Stop asking. I guess so. That's right. Anyway, I'm sure you're tired. You should go back to your atelier and rest. Okay, I'll do that. See you again, Harold. It's not as bad as like when you go to the bar or the cafe, sorry, and like she keeps on bringing up the conversation of alcohol, and it's like they're not going to give you a drink, Sophie. Stop asking. You're too young. Corey! Sophie, what is it? I wanted to thank you properly. Thank you for coming with us. That's fine. You always help me after all. I do? Yes, however, if I was to ask for something... Ask for what? It would be helpful if you used my store even more from now on. If you spend more money at my store, I'll be able to afford better meals. So I'm finishing Phoenix Wright Ace Trilogy soon, something great. Chronicles. Oh, fair enough. Hope you're enjoying the original 3. They're kind of clunky in places. I mean, they're very fucking clunky in places, especially the second game. The second game's got a lot of problems. But I enjoy them. And at some point I'm going to get to Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's just, like I said, I didn't want to burn out. I didn't want to risk burnout, so after the third game, I went, you know what, I'm just going to stop for now. I loved the third game, though. Even the third game was a little crazy and a bit weird at points, but when it gets to the end of it, it was still very satisfying. I don't mind that at all. I'll come visit your shop again soon. See you then. Well, if you love Big Top, the ending legit broke me. My problem with Big Top wasn't the story, it was the logic. The logic of solving the puzzle and figuring out the answer and getting to that point has jumped a few too many hoops for my liking. Like, I was not okay with the Acro reveal. Yeah, the fact that he tried to kill someone who's like fucking him over, and he ended up killing the one person he cared about most. He already had his karma. Sort of thing. Yeah, it was tragic in that bit. And what didn't help as well is that anytime, what's his name, Giggles the Clown, anytime he was on screen I wanted to punch him because he wasn't funny and he was really annoying. In fact, most of the characters were not funny and really annoying, and they kept on trying to make out they were funny, and I was like, Mo, yeah, fucking Mo the clown. Like, I just struggled with all of them. Like, the girl, you can tell how much I cared for the case personally, because I just don't remember the names. Regina, I think her name was. I didn't really care for her because her ignorance resulted in all this tragedy. Whether she meant to or not, she's, you know, she needs a little more responsibility for her actions. Acro is of course tragic as hell, but he needs to be. Yeah, that's fair enough. But it's not that about funny. It needs to be entertaining, as in like enjoyable to listen to and engage in the conversation. Almost all of them, I rolled my eyes at every time they spoke. And that's what made it partially so draining. And then also when you get to the logic puzzle of it, some of the loops they expect you to jump through are a bit ridiculous. Logi, the weapons you make are really amazing. Whoa, whoa. What's with this all of a sudden? To tell the truth, we fought a really strong opponent. A strong opponent? That sounds rough. Main players in the court cases are what got me. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't want to fight them, so I was scared. My legs were shaking. But it can be the same the other way around as well. Like, I think it's case 2 of the third game, the one where you're hunting down the thief that then kills someone, and you have to like completely dissolve it and whatnot. That was the other way around. I loved the characters and I loved the setup and whatnot, but the actual court case I found kind of annoying. Whilst in Big Top, I enjoyed the court case, but didn't enjoy all the rest of it. Is like way too close to home? Yeah, that was brilliant too. Yeah. I was able to face them thanks to the weapon you made. What made me think about how amazing your weapons really are. I see. You aren't hurt, are you? Oh no, I'm perfectly fine. That's good. I'm just glad that your weapons that I made were able to keep you safe. I intend to make even more amazing weapons from now on, so be sure to come and shop here. Yeah, I will. I look forward to it. The Chronicles is an entirely different experience. Yeah. Not just in terms of narrative and writing and the fact that it's in a different setting, but because they had, you know, a good 15 years of extra experience of writing it between, you know, the third one and by the time Chronicles came around. Oh, I never showed you because, yeah, I managed to get, a decent weapon for Sophie. Yeah, it's different in everything. And it had all stats super enhanced, so I was really happy with that. And Dragon Soul, which is, like, fucking brilliant. And that was, like, the best armor set I could get because I was missing a lot of ingredients. And money, to be fair. Alright, in the plaza, we've got a few people to talk to, and then we need to go off to the bookstore. Sir Julio? Sophie, what is it? You only just parted ways. I want to thank you properly. Thank you very much. There's no need for that. I'm just glad to have helped you. Sir Julio. Still, you've become quite the splendid alchemist. I think you're quite amazing. Really? That's why I told you before, Julio. Sophie has a lot of potential. It'd seem you were correct. I'm proud to have friends such as you. I look forward to working together more, if you would allow it. Yeah, Julio, your introduction to the party was the most, like, random. We just strolled into an area and then you showed up and defended us from a random enemy. And then suddenly you were here in the party. I was like, hi? Who are you? What? I thought he was going to be a lot more ominous and, like, more, like, not joining the party, like, immediately afterwards as he was. Yeah, of course. Like, he's going to be like a background guardian and there'd be like a mystery around him or something. And then no, he's just like, hey, I'm in the party now. It's like, oh, okay, you're replacing Oscar. Pamela, my ghostly friend. Pamela! Why, if it isn't Sophie? What is it? Nothing in particular, but... what is it? Why are you staring at me all of a sudden? Careful, Sophie. Nothing really. It's just that I feel calm whenever I look at you. Okay, I was expecting her to go, I didn't realise how beautiful you were. Sophie, have you gone crazy? No, but I don't really know how to explain it. Whenever I look at you, I feel like I'm back in town. It's really relieving. Sophie, in that case, feel free to look as much as you want. Take a look again. She's getting a bit too Pamela, calm down. That's fine, I'm already satisfied, thanks, see you later. Hang on, just for one last time. Okay, now we can go. I still never quite 100% learnt the layout of this town. I just kind of wing it, a lot of it. Elise, I'm looking for a book. Could you help me? Yes, of course. Sad time, but I can't whistle. Oh, I can't whistle great. It kind of comes and goes. What kind of book is it? I want a book that's about the past. The past? Yeah, one about 500 years ago. 500 years ago? I have several. Why do you ask? No particular reason. There's just something I'm curious about. Oh, so I'd whistle that song too. So I can't whistle well. Actually, I don't even know how well the mic would pick that up. I mean, that'd be too high pitched for it to be friendly, but... Well then, let's see. Would this be okay? They're all very long books. Really? What should I do? Do you not want them? No, I want them. I'll read them to the end, no matter how long they are. I understand. Then I'll bring them to you. Okay, thanks. Fritz! Fritz, what are you thinking about? About those two. Those two? Do you mean Nemeklet and Atamina? Yeah, those two. I think they're splendid. What? When I see those two, I get the urge to work my art. What do you think about twin puppets? I don't really get it, but I guess it would be fine. You think so? Alright, I can't just sit around. I need to make preparations. Then I'll be going now. Like, not everyone gets a long chat. Some of them just like, okay, I forgot how weird you are. I'm off. Bye. I don't think there's anyone up here, but I want to see if she has any unique dialogue. Now we've done the big journey to her grandmother. No, I guess she just says, Grandma, I'm doing well still. I was kind of hoping that she'd have something unique, but never mind. Yeah, I have. Okay, I've talked to everyone. I was kind of like matching the faces in my head. We have spoke to everyone. This neighbouring old lady, where neighbouring? And why is she always in front of my house? I don't know why I'm picking up resources, it doesn't matter right this second. Let's go actually let this game wrap. We're back! I'm pretty tired. Yeah, I'm totally beat. Thank you all very much. Thanks to you, we were able to stop Luard. Oh, I should thank you too, Monica Oscar. Thank you so much. There's no need for that. Seriously, we're all friends here. Both of you, yeah, you're right. I can't... I need to get a new costume for Plachta, because this is so unfortunate, these camera angles for her. I need... Still, Sophie, that was pretty unfortunate. What was... You know, the Cauldron of Knowledge disappeared without a trace. Wait a second! Trophy unlocked after the battle. Aww. Finish battle and turn to your atelier. That's right! I totally forgot! The Cauldron of Knowledge disappeared! Aww. It's like Sophie had completely forgotten about the Cauldron. Well, it sounds like something Sophie would do. What should I do? Plachta! So much for my amazing alchemy career. You don't need the Cauldron of Knowledge. Sophie, you're already a splendid alchemist. Wait, really? Yes, at the very least I think so. That's right. I think you're already comparable to your grandmother. True, and you can pretty much make anything people ask for. I don't know. Will you become that amazing of an alchemist? Although from my point of view, you're still a novice who has much to learn. Hey, you didn't have to add that part. Anyway, I'll be going home now, Sophie. Yeah, I should get going too. Okay, thanks again for the help, both of you. We should all have some tea sometime. I'll make plenty of snacks too. That sounds good, I look forward to it. At least Sophie too has anything to say. Sophie has long surpassed her grandmother. Do we ever get to see, meet, or like learn much about her grandmother? Other than she was a great alchemist and beloved in her time. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. I guess we're finally done. Yes, it's all over for now. What is it, Sophie? Get the party up with her younger self. That's kind of cool. Also, fucking time shenanigans. Great. I just thought of the time when we first met. I was really shocked back then. I mean, a book started talking out of nowhere. I suppose that would be surprising. After that, I turned you into a doll, and we went and tried to persuade Luard. A lot of things happened. Like, not just me, but going like full adventures with her. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yes, quite a lot. Is that Sophie too then, or is that Inferius? Or, you know, Luel? Sophie? Hmm? What is it, Plushta? Aww. Oh, Sophie too. Also, once Sophie and her grandma realised they're related, they for some reason became awkward teenagers having their first date. That's fucking funny. I'll look forward to it. Aww. This game's artwork is probably the most charming thing. Some of these little artwork things that you get here and there, it's just like, mwah. It's funny. I look forward to it then. Thank you for everything up until now. And I like how Sophie like has like 1, 2, or 3 different expressions for everything. Like, she's either completely happy, completely shocked, or completely sad. There is no in between. Also, Plushta looks fucking beautiful in this artwork. Like, holy shit, like she's sparkling. Reason why there's a crop up of people who prefer the mysterious series, it's stuff like this. Yeah. Yeah, I've come to gather, like, Riser is still goofy and silly in places, but it's trying to be a lot more grounded and mature as a whole. So, like, there's this one tiny fly in my room, and it's bugging the hell out of me. And I'm trying to, like, kind of deal with it a little whilst talking. But it's like, it is slightly more grounded, and it is slightly more mature and serious in points. And that's fine. But equally, it's the same reason why I prefer Tales of Berseria over Tales of Arise. Because, like, Berseria, for as dark as it was, had a lot of really kooky, like, dumb shit that was just charming. And Arise didn't. Arise wasn't as dark, but it didn't have as much charm. It was so much more grounded that it just kind of went, eh. Well, in comparison, I think it felt more, like, grounded. Like, it was more of a concentrated cast. There was more of a journey. It was more of a... I don't know. I don't really know how to word it. I'll probably be able to word it better when I eventually go back through Riser and be able to compare it, because that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, is being able to compare them. Because I don't want to be like, oh, I prefer Sophie over Riser yet, because my memory of Riser was when Riser 1 first came out, and so it's kind of rusty, and like what I remember of it was, you know, very different. So when I eventually go through it again, then I'll make my comparison. But it doesn't change the fact that this game is really, really fun. I'll save my final thoughts for the actual credit roll, but I really enjoy this. In terms of maturity, either Aisha or Leiden Suel. Yeah, it's funny how after the live stream where you mentioned Aisha, I suddenly started spotting it getting like mentioned a whole bunch. Like online, where I've been like looking into the Atelier series, like a lot of people have been bringing it up, and I'm like, is this like one of the fan favorites or something? But yeah, I look forward to it. I said, I'm not... We're barely going to be leaving any time at all for Furious. No matter what, we're starting Furious next week. It's just whether I decide to start it on Sunday because I can't help myself, or Tuesday, sort of thing. Aisha is a cult fan base. Is Aisha on PS4 as well? Is that... Wait, is Aisha... Just actually, instead of answering that question, because I think it is on PS4, is it Dusk Trilogy that one's in? And if it is, whereabouts is it in the Dusk Trilogy? Yep, under DX only. Okay, so it's another, like, extra costumes and little tidbits here and there added. Dusk, yes. Whereabouts in the trilogy is it? Is it the first? Or do I have to work to it? First in the Dusk trilogy, okay. So what you're telling me is that Gust have a thing for making their first games in their series really strong. because Atelier Sophie is fucking great. Which is funny because the joke that that I've been making with chat before Atelier, then it's Etra and Logi, then Shaili. Okay. The joke I'd been making with like chat and like other things is that Gust always seemed to nail it in the second effort. Like, Blue Reflection 1 was alright, Blue Reflection 2 was godly, Knights of Azure 1 was alright, Knights of Azure 2, minus the fucking crashing, was really fun. And I was like, is this just the thing I should be expecting? Like, I was expecting Sophie 1 to be just alright and Sophie 2 to blow my mind. And yet Sophie 1 blew my mind. This game's amazing. Everything up until now. Why are you saying this all of a sudden? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to stand and talk like this. And the thing is, I do actually own Sophie 2. When I brought Sophie 1, like, it was like a double deal. Like, Sophie 1 was on sale and Sophie 2 was on sale. And so I got the I think it's like the Ultimate Edition, or whatever the highest, all the content in one package edition of Sophie 2. So when we get to Sophie 2, I will be doing all the DLCs, or trying to anyway. I'll do the same as what I did in Blue Reflection Second Light, where I'll handle the DLC when it makes sense. For the latter two to Aisha, only if you prefer Aisha. Oh, okay, well, it'll still be interesting to try out. It'll still be a long way off. I've said before, my intention is Mysterious Trilogy, Sophie 2, and then the Riser Trilogy, since I imagine by the time I get to the end of Riser 2, Riser 3 will be out. I'd be very surprised if I get through all these games that quickly. You know, it'll be a miracle if I'm somehow all done and caught up by February, you know? That's a big ask. Especially because if I recall, Riser 1 was pretty fucking long. And I imagine Riser 2 will be long as well. Timeline Aisha is unforgiving. Oh. Alright, well, I will make that. Because it might be more okay by the time I get there, because I'll have so many more Ateliers under my belt, I'll know more of the pattern. I'll know more of the expectation, but we'll get to it when we get to that. And I wouldn't have been able to regain my memories. I'm here like this now because of you, Sophie. I really am grateful to you. Plachta. No, you helped me a lot too. You taught me many things, and not just about alchemy. So I want to say it too. Plachta, thank you for everything. And I look forward to spending more time together. Yes, I look forward to it as well, Sophie. Hey Plachta, what do you think I should do now? What do you mean? The Cauldron of Knowledge is gone now and your memories are all back. I want to make lots of people happy, but to be perfectly honest, I still have no idea what to do. I feel like I need some sort of shorter term goal. Let's see, then how about a goal like this? Become an alchemist who will surpass even me. Trophy unlocked, a challenge from Plachta. That's another gold trophy? I just got 2 gold trophies, because we got the gold trophy for returning to the Atelier and another for this. Surpass you? Yes. You wish to bring people happiness through alchemy. In order to fulfill that wish, you need to surpass my skills, at least. Surpass you, huh? Okay, that sounds like a challenge. I'll do it. However, it won't be that easy to beat me. I know, I wouldn't have it any other way, Plachta. Trophy is why you made the Philosopher's Stone, by the way. Oh, does she not make the challenge if you haven't made it? Huh? Who could that be? Come in. I'm sorry for the sudden visit, Sophie. Oh, Mr. Horse, what is it? Well, one of the children in the neighborhood has developed a case of food poisoning. Very sorry for the sudden request, but could you prepare some medicine? Correct, okay. Of course, just leave it to me. And the life continues. Oh, okay. Holy shit, oh, go back to that artwork, that was cool. Ah. I hope you unlock a gallery mode after beating this. I want to go through some of these artworks. Oh, that one's a really good piece of artwork as well. Yeah. Fuck, and I'll go give final thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I'll start with the obvious. Yeah, I love this game. I think I have a gallery, thank goodness. Also, I genuinely love this game. It has got a very fucking slow start. But I knew going into it, because, you know, I remembered Ryza having a very slow start. I knew it was going to be like that. But once you get into a mojo, once you get into a pattern and start working on things, and start getting more cast members in, and then, you know, especially once you hit the level cap and you unlock the skill trees and whatnot, this game just kind of kept evolving and kept on pulling me back in. The reason why I've streamed this so many days in a row is because I got so goddamn hooked in this late game. I just wanted to keep on seeing where it was going. I wanted to keep on experiencing it. So I do think its slow start might be a little discouraging for some people. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just aware. Wow, that's an amazing piece of artwork for Pamela. Holy shit. But it doesn't change the fact that it can be, like you said, it can be discouraging. But I think they nailed it. I genuinely do. I think this is a good, like, for starting a new trilogy, for starting a new saga, they did a really good, good thing to do. Like, they did a really good starting point here. The music really caught me by surprise of how good it is. I mean, like, we can gush about the final boss scene all we want, but it doesn't change the fact that the whole soundtrack for this game is pretty damn good. I can't really think of any tracks that I wasn't keen on, or just kind of went, oh, this one, or anything like that, you know? All of them clicked, even like the more softer tracks. I mean, you go into a random forest, it was a nice, charming piece. This game feels like... I don't really know how to word it. It feels like a hidden gem. Yeah, I'll use that, a hidden gem. It's not perfect. There are little things that are a bit like some of the gameplay things felt a bit clunky. The fact that your magic and skills, although they had significance, felt like their significance waned more and more as the game went on in favor of items. I felt like that should have been balanced better. I felt like items shouldn't be as powerful as they are, because it feels like items like won me the final boss and not my skill. You know? Because I could just always have a heal on standby. Makes me thankful to be alive. It takes a lot of skill. Yeah. This game's beautiful. I love its art style. Like, I always prefer games that make an art style instead of just trying to be like the best looking of its art, because that is something that I do. I don't criticize it too much with Ryza, but it is a part of me when I look at the Ryza games and I'm like, man, I kind of miss the art style that some of these older ones have, where that one's trying to be a bit more focused and more controlled. Items being overpowered continues through the mysterious and Ryza. And it feels like it's okay for the items to be overpowered. My thing is that I want the skills to match or meet that. But they don't. At least in this game, they felt they didn't. I haven't experimented with the other characters to know if, like, maybe Leon has some secret ticket that's godly, or maybe Plachta has some extra skill that, like, turns the tide. But it felt like your skills were so underpowered in comparison to your items, there was never any real need for it. The only character I used the skill for regularly was Julio, because his Grand Cross was really powerful. But outside of that, yeah, this game, that'll be a thing. The whole item thing has been a trademark of the series overall. Then, yeah, that makes sense, because it is called Atelier. They expect you to craft things and make things, and then use that as your main source of damage. I'm not asking for the skills to be super godly in their own right. I just want them to be better, I think is my thing. You know, I'm not expecting them to, like, suddenly replace. I just want them to be a little bit better, that little bit stronger, and they're currently just not. I don't think I got every single screenshot or every single artwork. I think I never finished Logi's quest. But what would I want out of Ferris? To be honest, in Ferris, I think I would prefer it if there were slightly less environments. Because this game did have the problem where it's like you go to the forest in the corner, and there's like 6 areas, for just to make an example, and 5 of them have nigh on the exact same loot and nigh on the exact same enemies. Maybe they'll have like 1 or 2 slight differences. And it's like, it'd be better if they put all of them together into one bigger area that had all that mixture. At least for me personally, like that's how I would have handled it. So maybe that's what I'd like out of Furious, just for a bit more condensing in some of those things. Oh, I forgot, this collection came out last year, 2021. You might get that in Furious. Furious works vastly different from Sophie, to be honest. I expect it to. Saving cleared data. Saving cleared data will add extra to the title screen. Sure. So I'm on a save screen. I know you can't see it. Saving. Oh, saving system data as well. Now what? Okay, that should do it. Nice work. Would you like to take a little break? Yeah, sounds good. I'm a bit hungry anyway. It's a good time for a meal. What should be today's menu? Meat sounds good, but I want fish too. I can't decide. Hey, is there anything you want to eat? There's something you make? I don't mind what it is. Oh, really? Then let's have stew. Stew? Oh, yes, please. Oh, but I prefer it to have extra potatoes. I know. I can whip it up real quick. Just hold on a bit. Okay, it's done. I was going to say, is that actually a quest? We're starting post-game of making food. Here you go. Do a little taste test. I understand. Let's see. Please don't tell me she used a cauldron, didn't she, to make her food? You really are skilled at cooking, Sophie. That's a relief, then I'll give it a try too. Something the matter? Do you think this is good? Yes, something strange about what I said? No, it's fine that you like it, but I think I undercooked this. To be honest, it's not very good. I was wondering, but do you not like this stew? Yeah, I think I screwed up. For one, these potatoes are still crunchy. See, if you say so, it must be true. I don't have a sense of taste, nor can I really tell the texture of food. Oh, so you are lying! Oh, the flavour that I talk about is upon judging the compounds of the food. I suppose technically I can't actually taste your cooking. I'm very sorry. I casually said it tasted good when I can't actually taste it. No, it's my fault for messing it up. I'll go make a new batch now. Something that can we can both say tastes good. So don't think too deeply about it, okay? Okay. I shouldn't have a sense of taste. I haven't really thought about that much until now. That means the feelings of something tasting good is different between us. And even if we eat something good, the flavour we experience is different. It makes me feel a little sad. System save has been added. You find system save in the system menu accessed by the Atelier desk or the world map. Want to play data to update in extra, please use system save. Additional map hidden archive has been unlocked. The entrance to the additional map is the Library of All Creation. It's in the library. Okay. Is that the super hard dungeon? This is the hook that incentivizes you to play the next games. Think carefully about what this, Doll's body. In archives is where the final super boss resides. Oh, you mean it will rinse me if I go there now? I'm going to save and do a system save, and then I want to check that extra menu. Attacks multiple times at once. Ugh. Because I want to check out that extra menu, and then we'll do a little post-game. The one I suggested maxing out your armor and weapons with. Yeah. Oh, the title screen theme I think is different. It's broken as fuck. Oh, jeez, I remember that one. Oh my god. I was gonna say, just why not just do a full zoom out? Why do that? I love that costume. It's probably my favorite costume. Singing debut. That badass artwork. It's hard even for veterans for me. Oh, fun. I look forward to getting destroyed. That one's going to be Logi, I assume. And we did get our date. She's still gorgeous as hell, at least. Come on. Yeah, we got her. Oh, getting the memories back. And slowly but surely oh, I didn't even realise that. I think Elisa's underrated. Yo, she's beautiful. Whoa. And she's charming. Forest of Fairies, Forgotten Nursery, Prospector Stand, Scarlet Land, Moon Sun Moor. Oh, wow. What the fuck is this? I don't think we explored this. What the hell? People sleep on her though. Yeah, which is a shame because I think she's really charming. Sealed Temple, Underground Lake, Library Creation. Oh, it's going to be a huge vertical one, isn't it? Yep. That's the extra map. Okay. I forgot. I always forget. There's 2 extra maps. Okay. I mean, oh, there's so many armor sets I didn't get. Ritz, Core, Harold, Leon, Logi, Pam with her like logic-defying dress. Like how far back that thing goes. Holy shit. Naz, Priest. Oh god, a bunch of enemies. I'm guessing some two of the super bosses, and it's probably more below. Ah, okay. You actually get the actual artwork for the characters. Course high heels. I know it's like a culture thing, but holy shit, it does not help her height. She's still tiny. Damn, Luigi. Damn, Luigi, you look cool in that shot. And there's that one I was talking about where Pamela looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Tess looks cute as well. And so does Elise, because of course she does. And so does Horse. Horse is a very handsome fellow. Eclat. Wait, they redrew the Puny? I thought they looked the same in every game. Wait, I know what enemy I want to see. What the f... We never bumped into these enemies. I'm guessing these are one of the super bosses. Demon Lord. Oh yeah, that's that track. And the other ones. That's the upside down place. I really like places like this that are basically from another dimension. I don't really get mad if I use instruments in weird ways. Long live alternative dimensions, lol. So this is the extra dungeon theme, got it, I assume. Yeah, that sounds like Spaceland. Oh no, we know that one. There's the final dungeon theme, I'm guessing. Yeah. An enormous library. Could this be the last dungeon? In my university, even undergraduates could enter the library's archive with permission, but it seems this is actually rather uncommon. I could search the archives for documents I wanted, and it was really cool there. You lucky bastard, Archua. It was actually locked up at night, so I wonder if anyone ever lost track of time and had to spend the night in there. It would only be one night, so it wouldn't starve or anything, but the archive is kept at pretty low temperature, so that might be bad. Also, no restroom. Normal battle theme for easy enemies. It was the first track to receive a go from the director. Oh, okay, the easy theme. It's in the vision. Normal battle theme for enemies that are a little dangerous. But yeah, when they're slightly higher level than you. And we heard this a couple times, and funnily enough, both times we heard it, or every time we heard it, we tended to get wiped. Boss battle. Oh, this is the boss scene that was the first one I really noticed, and I was like, holy shit, this soundtrack's great. What's this? I didn't think I heard this one. Is this one of the super boss themes? I don't recognize this track. I'm guessing that's a super boss theme. That's the Nazareth track, I think. That broken super boss. Oh, okay. The bass is played by Lucifer. What? It's played by the devil, and the violin by Ono. I was my friend Chibo, who I hadn't seen in 7 years, played a guitar. This was unrelated, but I saw a dream where I was watching TV and drinking sake with someone who seemed to be my girlfriend. When I woke up, I was at work. I cried. Asano, what the fuck? Oh, it gets better. I'll get back to it. I want to listen to some of these tracks, but I will listen to it. Yeah, this bit. I love this bit. I've heard that track a lot of times. Another super boss theme, I'm guessing. Another track I'll get back to. Image of a bewitching woman, so I made it that. And oh, that was the spirit and the elemental thing that we saw in the artwork, I'm guessing. Of course, there's plenty of action going on too. I look forward to seeing how it synergizes with the music. Oh, that's a banger too. I've listened to that as well. This may be my first chubby character I've worked with in the Atelier series, including fairies, dragons, aliens, mascot costumes, etc. And I've got a little weight, and I've got a little extra weight myself, so I can understand. Aww. We don't see many characters like him these days. They were always a gag manga and stuff before, though. Archiwa. Julio's theme. Oh, is this? Everyone else is. These are all the character themes. Harold's. Corneria. Leon's. I don't even need to look for the name Leon. Like, the moment I heard that track, I was like, oh yeah, it's Leon's. Dolls, yep. Plutch's theme. Oh, this is Plutch's theme? I didn't realize it was Plutch's track. I just thought it was like an event theme. Ghost Girl for Sophie. Jesus, that's kind of a giveaway if it's Pamela's theme. Pamela hasn't shown up since the Arlen series. We have rearranged her theme every time, so we have quite a lot of rearrangements for this one. Comparing them is fun, since we can see just how Gust's sound has changed over the years. Is Pam a reoccurring ghost priestess then? Blacksmith theme. Book theme. Tomboy Rabbit. That's Tess, obviously. Manager theme. Normal theme. Oh, now there's event themes. The twang you can hear in the track sometime. I tend to find this to be a habit. A lot of composers actually seem to struggle writing comical tracks. And for the more panic and slapstick moments. Let's just reading that one, as they say you're struggling with it. That seems to be a trend I notice. It's so hot. I wanted to use this title because the heroine's name is Sophie. It was Charlotte in the last game. Next will probably be Emmanuel or Isabel or Vanessa or something. Younger people probably have no idea what I'm referring to. If you're really curious, do some research. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Sorrow. Probably like an old book series or something. Important events into the main story. Tension right before boss battles. Music plays after a decisive battle. Grave situations. Night track. Oh, the music box. That actually has its own track in the soundtrack. Corey's best line. I really want to drink some milk. Corey, I wrote this song at my house. You can come over anytime, you know. Okay, I think he was a fan of Corey. Oh, I'll leave the key in the mailbox for you. If you can't reach the intercom, just come right in. I guess I have to buy some Odin on the way home. Asano's a Corey fan, got it. Nice holiday and piano. Ending event. Alright, Archie's music. Credit scene. Oh, and you unlock the sound effects. Thing with the title theme, this arrangement is... so I was right. It does have a slightly different thing. From a folded page to a folded page. It does have a slightly different version. Oh! 10 stages, but the changes would have been too subtle for most people to notice. So when I originally planned 3, we enjoyed the certain movie with the piano lesson with it, like the title. Opening song. Opening song. Heh. Aw. So all the songs, does that mean the final boss? Because I think the final boss count as a song's going to be down here. Oh, speaking of. Last boss song with multiple vocals from Atelier fan familiar Haruka Shimotsuki. The guitar is played by Toshinori Harimatsu and the bass is by Dani. Such an extravagant lineup. The words are made up, but this time you plan to release the meaning behind them. Stand by. What are the meaning behind them then? Because I'm guessing this was a few years back. This is the bottom. Visuals of fighting style is where the drama reaches its climax, and it's fun to think about what kind of directions music would take to accompany it. Liasia. Yeah, what does that mean? And what's the meaning of the lyrics? They say they plan to release the meaning behind them. Do you know? And I'm guessing short is the loop they actually played in the fight, whilst this is the full song. I mean, it might even be longer. Not sure, to be honest. No worries. Before, but I've gone for a lot of hard times concerned with my life. Is at my side, looking at Monica reminds me of my past. Anyway, Pentus, also known as Star Cluster, is commonly associated with fulfilling wishes. And that's why the ending theme's got it. Oh, interesting. You can check all your recipes and shit from here. That bonus track, that's cute. What was the track? Just for a minute. You told me to go back and listen to it, so I will. And then we'll go back in and jump into some post-game shenanigans and see what we can stumble into. So, the extra dungeon, whilst I'm listening to this, the extra dungeon that's tied to the library, is that where I thought it was? You know, so there was that lower path later on, and like if it went up, it led to the final boss, but if I went down, it led to another corridor. Is that where it connects to the dungeon, or is it at the final boss area? It just carries on now. But they really kick in their rock and their metal in the later parts. Yeah, okay. I'll at least poke my head in. I know I'll get rinsed if I get attacked by anything, but I'll at least poke my head in the door just to see what it looks like. And see what else I can do, see if there's any extra dialogue or quests and whatnot. There's a part nearby the entrance to the Luard. Oh, so you can rematch Luard if you want to. Or is it just that you were just saying like it's near the entrance to the Luard fight? Where the Luard fight would be. But you can get the cauldron. Ooh. So dude, I get it. You don't have to worry so much about typos. I get it. If there's ever a point where I don't understand the typo, I will go, what do you mean by that? But that's it. You're good. I like this build-up that they're doing here. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, when's it kicking in? Here we go. A couple of minutes. Yeah, no worries. Oh. Okay, that was good. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. That was badass. Oh, shit. That's a good track. I think of the battle themes, that final boss theme is going to be my favourite track, but yeah. Firstal Lotus was really fun. I really enjoyed that track. This track's good. I'm curious about Juno. I'll listen to that for a minute as well. After, like, this is looped. But Leia Zia, whatever the fucking final boss theme is called, was really, that was insane. Hearing that. I was not expecting it to go that hard. Damn. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I like how melodious a lot of these tracks are. Like, even when they're going super crazy, there's still a melody you can follow and find. You wouldn't expect tracks in a game like this as well. Oh, absolutely. You know, that's absolutely baffling. It was crazy, but the thing is, I know they could do crazy rock tracks like this. I just didn't expect them to. Because I said, no, as I've played both Knights of Azure games, and both of them go super fucking crazy with the rock. So I knew it was capable for Gus to go crazy with it. I just wasn't expecting it to show up in the Atelier games. I thought the Atelier music would mostly just be an extension of what Blue Reflection does. But Blue Reflection, it's mostly like piano and violin. And now every now and then it goes a bit techie. Fucking hell. It's a similar-ish setup to the final boss theme. It's got the very slow build-up. Like, about halfway through, it goes into a rock solo. It calms back down, builds back up, but then builds back up with the electric guitar with it. It's got a similar kind of 3-piece structure to it. Also, I assume because of that logic, it's probably just looped. But it's really good. It's a winning formula for a reason. I'm not sure. Has it looped? For Insanity, and I love it. Yeah. I wonder, because I said, regardless of like the pros and cons of the Ryza games, there's no denying that they've been like the best-selling and like most putting Gus on the map of any game out there. So there'll be more pressure for them to wrap it up in style with Ryza 3, since they've confirmed it's going to be the last one of the Secret Saga. You didn't notice because of how good the track is? Yeah. Well, how good the looping is as well. But, the pressure's going to be on them more to deliver Ryza 3, to make it feel like a real wrapping point for what it's going to be. Because they confirmed as well it's based a year after Ryza 2, which is already based 3 years after Ryza 1. So, like, the characters are, once again, a little bit older, a little bit more mature, a little bit different. And so I'm really curious. I'm going to swap the Juno because I'm curious how they're going to actually try and wrap that up, you know, because that is a big pressure on the devs as well, especially if it's like, it's one thing to wrap up a trilogy, it's another thing to wrap up a popular trilogy, you know. And I haven't played Ryza 2, so I don't know how good that was as now a middle piece. I've heard better things about it than Ryza 1, and this is coming from someone who liked Ryza 1, so we'll just have to see. So that's how they'll follow up from said trilogy. Yeah, I mean, they might. Sophie 2 was kind of a weird one-off, so they could do more weird one-offs for a little bit. Or, you know, do a follow-up Mysterious trilogy and do a Theorist 2 and then a Lion Suel 2. But if I'm honest, if I had to pick, if they were going to do something, like, if they are doing something different, I'd be more tempted to say jump to a new saga. You know, do a new trilogy, do a new story. I don't know where they would go from here, because of how much they really pushed for it. Maybe a fourth Dusk game? Yeah, maybe. It'd be interesting to see the jump after so long, because Dusk is even older, because it was before Mysterious. This track's a banger too, to be fair. It's a lot more outgoing. Like, it's determined. Like, this one's a lot more loud with the rock right from the start, but it's good. Serious and an Arlen fourth game. Fair enough. Yes, and it's not out of the picture. Then they could go back and do a fourth Dusk, and it'd be an interesting jump because of how big the gap is. But I think for me, now that they're wrapping up Riser, I'm someone who's like it's not just the Atelier games I like with Gus. I would rather them pause and not immediately jump into like a new saga or make another like extension Atelier game, and instead make Blue Reflection 3 or Knights of Azure 3. Because Knights of Azure 3 was rumored to be in the pipeline for from what I can tell for a while. So why not do that? I know this is Gus, and their design philosophy is so rapid fast that they could probably, be working on a new Atelier game already and still have Knights of Azure 3 and Blue Reflection 3 on the pipeline, and somehow none of them would have a dip in quality for the excess work. But if the option's there to just let Atelier breathe just for a teeny little bit, just like a year or two, and then make Blue Reflection 3 or make Knights of Azure 3, or maybe even make a brand new thing, I'd say go for it. I'd encourage them on. It'd also give me time to fucking catch up. It'd give me time to catch up. This track's a banger, by the way. I'm loving this. It'd give me time to catch up and do all these Mysterious games and Riser games. And then maybe try the Dust games as well. Oh, damn. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. But I think I've heard enough. I want to get back to the main game. So I'll let this wrap up for like an extra minute, because I don't know if it's looped yet, and then I'll go back to the main game. Actually, what I can do, because I need the loot. Sir needs the bathroom break. It's right down the fucking bottom, isn't it? Yeah. I'll put this on for a minute and then go use the loo, so it can just play whilst I'm gone for a minute. I also want to refill my water bottle. But yeah, a fourth Dust game it's a very much a why not, especially if there's enough popularity and enough enjoyment of it. It makes sense to go back to it if they've got a fresh story they can tell with it that makes sense, you know. Now I think it's looped. Right, I'm going to put the final boss theme on, and then I'm going to go use the bathroom. So back in a minute, guys. My opinion, I'm back by the way. I think the reason why we get so many games for each game in series run by separate groups. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of them do it. It's why Atlus had Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Soul Hackers 2 in the works, because they're separate teams within Atlus. It's the same for a lot of things. It's just it also still seems like a lot of fucking work. I mean, I'll give a more recent example. RGG, you know, the Yakuza or Like a Dragon devs. They've got not one, not two, but 3 fucking games coming out potentially within 12 months of each other, starting on February. They've got the full-blown remake of Ishin. They've got a middleman game explaining what Kiryu is up to between Yakuza 6 and 7. And then they've got Yakuza 8 in early 2024. Like, RGG is going fucking bonkers next year. And I think the reason why they're doing it is because they're officially rebranding the franchise to the Japanese name. In Japan, it's always been called Like a Dragon. Starting with Ishin, every single Yakuza release in the West is also going to be called Like a Dragon instead. Which makes sense because the Yakuza is nowhere near as prominent in, like the actual Yakuza is nowhere near as prominent in the games they used to be. So the shift seems more natural, especially because Yakuza 7 was called Yakuza Like a Dragon anyway. So it feels like that was the middle piece. So it's called Like a Dragon Ishin, it's called Like a Dragon Gaiden, is the Kiryu. It's going to be an action game where you play as Kiryu between and the events of 6 and 7, and then Like a Dragon 8. And I just think that makes sense. It was the right choice. I'm going to let this rock for another minute because I can't help myself. This track is brilliant, and then we're going to go back into the post-game and see what we can discover. So I do want to poke my head into that post-game dungeon and see if I can try and get that cauldron. But I know I won't last, so I won't fuck around too much. I knew you'd love it. Yeah, it's great. I'm a huge sucker for rock orchestra, rock choirs, and rock opera. I really love the combination of like this soothe and sophistication with this rough grit of music, and this track does that because there is like a choiry feel to it, yet it's got so much rock elements to it. I'm just gonna let this bit play out and then we'll leave because come on. And yeah, I'm adding this to my phone for when I'm walking to work because my work is about Jesus Christ. My work is about 25 minutes away from where I live, and I don't drive, so it's nice to have music for the walk to and from. Especially because when I'm walking home, it's like 11 PM, because I always work the evening shifts. I'm working again tonight, so I can't be streaming forever. Use this workout music. Yeah, I need to get back into the habit. That heat wave in the summer kind of killed any motivation for me to do much working out. I don't do much, like I'm not a gym buff. Like, I'm not like a gym buff sort of thing, but a lot of my joints and bones are kind of screwy, so I do need to do some exercise and whatnot to kind of keep my body together. Yeah, it's just a bit in the guitar solo where the choir comes back in, and then the second half of it that just catches me. It's so good. But my favourite part of the track isn't that; it's the quiet bit coming up. I think it's like here. Yeah, here. This is still my favourite part of the track. I love that it gets super quiet and then builds back up. It's me with this song because it just doesn't stop, and often that's what I think. Because listen to it. Like the way it slowly starts picking up, and like this synthesized bit comes in with the piano, and then everything jumps back in, and now it's full force to the finish line. It's like this is how you end a track. This is fucking sick. And then you hear the violin in the background as well. You got the choir, you got the rock, you got the synthesized piano still going crazy. It's almost information overload how many instruments they put in this at the end. And that's a very fine line to walk with any composer. It's a testament to how talented people that worked on this are. Because having a shit ton of instruments like stack on top of each other like this can very easily turn into a complete fucking mess. The perfect example, the final boss theme of Final Fantasy XIII Lightning Returns. The first minute of that track has so much going on, it gets overwhelming, and it actually ends up working against it. The rest of the track's great. Yeah, right here! Like, it's very difficult to have this many instruments, this many pieces. Oh, and there's the loop. It's very difficult to have that many pieces and it still flow, and this game does it. I've never actually checked the dressing room. Oh, okay, it's just this. Right, post game. I've no idea what other forgotten materials Logi wants. A fire dragon medicine. Oh right, that was something that happened at the end. I don't think we can make a fire dragon medicine. That sounds absurd. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Play the game for so many reasons, but the OST is a huge part. Yeah, I get that, dude. There are some games where I sit there and I'm like, man, I love this game. This game's fucking brilliant. And then you realize, like, it's kind of niche, and you're like, fuck. It's like you wish you like there's something you want to just tell everyone. I remember being like 8 or 9 years old and being the only son of a bitch that knew what Persona was. You know, before it took off and before it became mainstream, I was the only person who knew what Persona was, and I'd go to school and tell kids, all my classmates and all the time, play it, get it. You know, back before the 360 was out, sort of thing. I was like, play it, play Persona 3, play Persona 4. I was probably too young to play them, but I loved them, and I loved their music. Right. Let's head around and start talking to people and see what we can get up to. And then I want to check out that secret spot in the dungeon. Oh, that book's in the library. Okay, well, we're going that way anyway, so I might as well pick it up. It's my nectar of life. What? No. No, it's my nectar of life. Get your own. Buying Persona 4, didn't care before, but 4 seems nice. Persona 4 is my favourite Persona. It's the most light-hearted because it was trying to get in a new audience, but I think it worked. Persona 4 is my favourite. If I had to order them from favourite to least, it would be 4... 2 Innocent Sin, 2 Eternal Punishment, 5, 1, and then 3. And I know 3 being at the bottom is a huge hot take because a lot of people absolutely love 3, but my biggest turn off with 3, outside of Portable fixes this thankfully, but base P3 and the enhanced director's cut version Festival doesn't let you take any control of your teammates. You can only play as your main character, or your teammates are all AI controlled in a turn-based RPG. It fucking sucks and I hated it, and it just completely drove me away from that game. And then 2 Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment are just heavily underrated. I know Persona 1 and 2 are both treated like they don't exist by Atlus, which doesn't help. Which is a huge shame because they're phenomenal. Persona 1's extremely dated, sure, but 2 is great. IS and EP are both great, and I highly recommend them. Even if they're awkward as hell. I'm not qualified enough to Persona to rank them. Oh, my earliest memories were Revelations Persona and Persona Eternal Punishment, because IS originally didn't come out in the West. And so I have long-running history with it. But I know it's a hot take. A lot of people put Persona 3 as their favourite. And I put it as my least. I put it dead bottom, even below 1 and 2, the games that most people haven't played. Because I don't like the lack of team control. It was such a turn off. Because Persona 1 and 2 have team control, and 4 and 5 have team control. What was 3's excuse? Oh, of course that mini boss respawned. My feelings on 5 and Royal are mixed. Yeah, that's fair enough. I did enjoy 5, and I even made a video. I don't think I still have it. Because when I played P5, it was when I was right in the middle of college, and so I was in that bad mindset and everything. A lot of its subtle messaging of at the start of the game makes a point of showing this yeah, you have all these rumors and all these nasty things speaking about you and whatnot, but the moment you're not in the school, they don't matter and no one brings them up. That ended up kind of helping for me in a lot of ways. There was a lot of things that I always felt like I almost became paranoid with how angry at the world I was. I felt like I was just an arse to everyone and everyone secretly hated me, even when I was in college. And so being able to play a game where it showed kind of bluntly it doesn't matter the moment you're out of it helped me a lot. So I have a lot of credit for that. Also, I didn't realize just how goddamn revealing Corey's clothes are until the camera started rotating around her. Holy shit, those thighs are on full display. I didn't even really register that. Understandable. Neps was that for me? Yeah, I get that. I need to get off this screen because I almost feel like I'm committing a crime seeing her being so revealed like that. But this track's a banger as well. Poor Corey's clothing choice. You can see everything on the side there. I was like, oh god, no, get that off screen. She's too young. Oh, I can up the speed again. I lowered the speed for the final boss to make it more climactic. I can speed it up again now, so it doesn't matter. Oh, twin headers are in here. Great. My favorite enemy. More books. Actually, I'm gonna... I've got a little crank on my headset. That's probably the wrong word for it. For my volume. That's like it's separate from the TV volume. I had it cranked up during the final boss fight, and I hadn't turned it down since. And I was listening to this normal battle theme. I was like, hang on, this is kind of loud. I had it cranked like 100% during the final boss. Let's see what other forbidden books we can stumble into. You're the one doing the warning, so it's going to attack you. I completely get that with Nep. Nep was... like... I know I talked about it before, but especially like in the earlier games, some of them like messages and how they approach themselves is kind of inspiring in their own way, so I completely get it. Uh-oh. My phone started lagging. I'm not losing frames, am I? Oh no, I think my phone just... I'm disconnected from the internet for a minute. I hope. Yeah, okay, my phone's just disconnected from the internet and it's being weird. At least that's the impression I'm getting. We're not disconnected. It's connected enough that I can still see chat, so clearly it's not that bad, but... Keep in mind, there are 2 extra dungeons. Okay. Yeah, that's what... There's what I was talking about earlier is... I came in here... And then kind of like... I went only like... Oh, what the fuck is that? That wasn't there before. I didn't go that far in, and then I left. And I was like, oh, that green dot at the end, is that loot or is that something significant? You know, that was the kind of impression I ended up with. Oh, right, I forgot. You've got, like, no MP. Let's attack, then. Oh, going to be near, then there's one elsewhere. Yeah. Ow, random enemy hurt me harder than the final boss. Let's kill the thing. What the hell is this? Oh god, have I found it? I want there's a hole in the Fallen Palace. Oh. What did I just... Oh, Princess Grass. There's a much more difficult version of Luard in this map. Oh, sort of like... so I think this might be an old comparison. In Final Fantasy IV, once you beat Zeromus and beat the final boss, there was a post-game, and if you did everything in the post-game, you could fight Zeromus GX, or like XD, or like Directors, or something like that. And it was literally the final boss, but like the difficulty was way cranked up. And it was like a little... It was like the super boss was just the final boss, but with super heightened stats. Everything I'm getting is like super good quality. I'm kind of... Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the music. I was gonna say I'm kind of paranoid. Oh, okay, we're not staying. I am not ready enough for that. Get me out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. Get me out of here. Let me run. We're just gonna... I shouldn't... my curiosity is gonna get me killed. Well, fuck. Okay, don't fight yet. I'm going back, but I'm just going to try and swerve the enemies, because clearly that's a death sentence. The bigger... God, is so much worse. What is it? You've been staring at me for such a long time now. Yeah, how close? I was just thinking of something. Don't worry about it. You say that, but... Russia doesn't have any sense of taste. That's why her tastes differ from mine. No, it probably isn't just taste. She probably feels all kind of things differently than me. Why does she look so angry? No, I don't like it. It's starting to get embarrassing. It's probably because Plushtour has a doll's body. Then to solve the issue, I have to give her a human body? I already tried that before and had to give up. Sorry, Sophie, I can't take it anymore, excuse me. Oh, she ran off. Plushtour a human body is really difficult, but I can't think of another way. For the sake of enjoying delicious food together, try thinking of something. So I should be Plushtour so dang hard. You're just staring at a point blank. And Plushtour's like, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, that's the Philosopher's Stone we got for beating the final boss. I'm going to put it on for now because I'm curious. This track's cute. Where's the Philosopher's Stone I made? What the f- glowing silver failing ash? What? No. I'm trying to compare. Okay, that is the same, so I can use the worst off one and keep the better one. I've never heard this track before, it's really nice. Stop staring and making me feel feelings. You can remodel into multiple bodies, but it's like one to use. Will we make something interesting? Aww. She's slow as hell, but all her stats get boosted. Let's look at you. And you know what the real treat is? It's not whatever the hell the butt version thing was. The last costume she had. Alright, you can look like that. You can look like a spring chick. Literally. Oh, now we've picked up a whole bunch of new stuff. I should at least poke Logi, just in case one of them's conveniently what he wants. It's not, but whatever. Oh, he just sells these now. Interesting. Fucking 8. I don't need 8. I'm just gonna buy a couple. 8 harmonium would be nice. I don't have any money, but I'll buy one. Corey's becoming my main go-to shop for some of that stuff. I've got 25. Is there anything in here I really want? Have you got... Okay, the Hermit's Cauldron I need to get at some point. I'll hold off. Oh, I only... okay, sure. Bit more money in the pocket always helps. Right, now let's go back, this time very fucking cautiously, and try and dodge the enemies and just see what we can scavenge. And of course we can't just go straight there. We have to go back through the library, which means we probably have to fight that mini-boss again. Oh no, it's still gone, good. The one that was here. Alright, here we go. Just this time be more fucking careful and wary of enemies, because they will destroy me. The noisy alley. Are there actually any new resources here, or are all the resources just old ones but super high quality? Oh god. I was trying to sneak around. There's a more chill that... Oh, this doesn't... Active Plaza. Ala, ala! Okay, I heard that. Leon. I'm being careful because like, I know all of these enemies will just kill me. Like there isn't a like potential or maybe it'll be okay or anything. No, I will just die. So I'm just trying to be like careful of my movements, just to loot, so just scavenge and then get out once I'm satisfied. How do we get up there? I mean, it's blocked off by a recolor of Nazareth. Oh, and it's... Yeah, I was wondering why those treasure chests are there. You can't get them until you fight Nazareth. Or evil Nazareth. I bet I can't Magoo a corner jump or something to try and get over there. Aha! Aha! Ah, fucking ha! Oh fuck, I got too close. Ah! Well, I guess that serves me right. Serves me right. So, heal, just to get it pred up. Same that. Maybe heal again. It's what I deserve. I understand. I took some real big liberties, and now I'm gonna fucking pay for it. It will be really funny if I somehow win. I'm not gonna, but it'll be really funny. Ow! Ow! And then the rock kicks in like, ah, you're fucked! Ow! Ow! Okay. Yeah, this is the Nazareth song. Alright, so my greed got punished. That's fine. I think that's about as far as we can get. That gives me Mary Skelter vibes. Yeah, I can hear that. Mary Skelter, though, when I think Mary Skelter, I think violin rock. Like, specifically the violin with rock. Right, you said the other dungeon. Can we access the other dungeon now? Because I'm kind of curious. Or do you have to do something first in... I think you said it was Fallen Palace. I mean, we can beat up that dragon again to try and get another dragon heart thing while we're here anyway. Oh, not out here. Can you appear on that bottom? What do you mean? Well, does I have to like only be here at a certain time frame, sort of thing? I'll beat you up again just in case I get another the bloodstone, whatever it was. The area that starts with the haunted house. That's the one. Oh, okay, I know what you mean. The other ruins. The one where you help Nazareth. God, remember when this guy was a threat? It's amazing what a good sword and good armor piece changes. Hey, he's already nearly dead, we can just rinse. Hey, and people have got 5 points, we can get a new skill. Nice, we did get one. Status, let's go. That's rude not to. Look how much that's how much of a stat boost that was. Blessing into Godspell. What does that change for it? During seed days, okay. So just make it so when it resurrects more, but does it get rid of the debuffs instead? That'd be nice. Extra min and max damage, that's too tempting to ignore. And you're still a point off. You're not, though. Skill power. Convert it to MP, that could be very nice. For rapid alchemy. Equals soul space. For rapid alchemy spamming. Or duplicate alchemy, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to take that. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, so every 5 day. I was like, I always forget what day counts as what. Yeah, alright. I get you. I just want to kind of like check, because like, I will wrap. It's quarter to 12 now, so I'll probably wrap up a little after 12. I just want to kind of look around and try things. Also want to see where that plot line goes. That little plot thread with Plutchter and their taste buds goes. I want to see where that goes first, and then I'll wrap. Okay, we're off on timing, so it's just back and forth a little bit. Actually, it'll be quicker to just go here and then warp its like tail end of day 9, so when we get there, it matches up. The Plutchter plotline extends to Leiden Suel. Well, of her trying to find her humanity again, since she's still a doll. I hope so, because it did feel a bit like... not anticlimactic, but it was kind of like, oh, this is the best we're going to get? Like, she's not human. She should be made her a doll and just called it there. It's like, no, come on, you could do more here. So I kind of hoped that they would continue it, if not in the trilogy, at least in Sophie 2. Have the 1A then. There you go. Gated trees, that's all sure for woodland. Gem perfect for my girlfriend. Fucking get it yourself. Don't put it as a request. We don't have the alcohol ingredients. We probably won't for a while. I'll do like that. Because time seems to travel a lot quicker than I'd like to admit when you're doing this. Case in point is that like day this. So what am I doing? Just going straight through? And then at the end there'll be something. Yep, okay. As we get to listen to this nice tranquil dungeon theme again. Oh yeah, I see it. This was the last space of them. I think it was one. If it's not the last, it was one of the last spaces of the map. Soul space. What's this? It wasn't here before. Seems to, she looks so much nicer like this. I prefer this costume over the other one. This seems to be the entrance that Nazareth spoke of. What, so this leads to a different place? It would seem so. Let's try going. Yes. Oh, that first note sent a shiver down my spine. Holy shit. Whoa, I can't see the bomb at all. There are floating stones here. How is this even possible? A strange place. Perhaps we should investigate a little further. Yeah, you're right. Looks like there could be unusual materials here too. What's with that vocal? Was that a vocal or was that a wind instrument? Okay, it's a wind instrument. I was quiet enough that I thought it was a vocal for a second. Very powerful monster. Should proceed with caution. Facing the demon lord in this area requires a lot of rumor RNG. Flute, yeah. Compared to the other area, what kind of difficulty is this? Is this easier or just as brutal? Before I face anything, mobs are easier. Alright, no time, not the present, let's find out. Although if it's playing the gentler music. So yeah, okay, we should hopefully be fine. I need to make a new ice bomb. I want to make a new ice bomb. Because the basic ice bomb for her is not cutting it. When we got that super like geared up ice bomb, ice crystal thing. Then stronger Luard, but more difficult than story Luard. Okay, so yeah, the next step up. The next challenge. Because that was the thing with Tales of Arise. Tales of Arise seemingly has a lot of super bosses that are absurdly leveled. And then over time you realise the final boss is level 50. The first super boss, if you know where to look, is 55. Then the next one you can find, if you go do them in the order, is 60, then 65, then 70, all the way up to 99. So it's like, if you like realise the order you're actually supposed to do them in, the super bosses aren't too bad. Because usually the journey to get to that super boss gets you enough experience, especially after you beat them, to be ready for the next one. The only time I had to grind was for the level 99 one, because you fight the clock demon thing, whatever it was, at 90. And he quits you at 92. It was like a boss battle rumors for a while, defeat some elemental humanoids, 2 dragons, and if you're lucky, you'll get rumor of a demon lord. Okay. So a lot of work is what you're saying. I'm taking tomorrow off streaming. That's for certain, just as a heads up before I make my schedule. So I'll probably be playing a lot of this anyway, just doing some grinding and like cleaning up and just seeing, and probably having a guide on standby to be real, and just to see how far I can make the progression. Oh, wait. 0 health? What are you doing here then? What? Well, I'm an armor. Yeah, I will. I'll follow a guide probably for a lot of that. What? Excuse me? How are you alive then? Die? Oh wow, they dropped in decent experience. Oh, what did I just pick up? Light crystals, enemy stat debuffs, tough armor. Yeah. Who can even equip this magical coat? Who can equip this magic coat we just picked up? Hello? We picked up a coat. I'm sure we did. Is it for Plachta? Or is it? Did it not go in the basket yet and I was too quick? No, it doesn't seem that way. I digress. I can check later. Full metal shirt, legendary. Vision's wisdom, HP boost. No, don't discard it. I wanted to find a page that told me who could equip it. Because I can't equip it on anyone. Let me figure out within the item itself. Full metal. I think armor. So maybe any of these guys. Probably in sub-menu. The encyclopedia entry vanishes when I scroll over to it, so I think I need to bring it home and log it in first and then try and see what we can learn about it. So I don't think it'll even be in here if I check. Not that I know where armor stuff is. Yeah, it's not even in here, so we probably have to bring it back and log it in first, and then we can check all that stuff. Because I was looking for the faces at the bottom, but it's not here. Right? I mean, what was it? It was called like Full Metal something. Yeah, Full Metal shirt. Plate vest, Igus jacket. Reactive first, dragon scale. Yeah, it's not here yet, so we probably have to... Let's just carry on for now. When we leave, we can check it when it gets logged in and it's in our box sort of thing and see what we can do. Road of Sought Salvation? What a name. Can I camera mode and like lean over the edge? Like it has to load camera mode. Whoa! I mean, I noticed it's probably one giant like PNG, but that's still kind of cool. Thank you. I will take a free harmonium. As soon as I saw that, I was like, hang on a minute, I know what that is. And another one. Thank you. Holy shit. I can't craft them yet, so I'll take that. We take those. And that's a Velvetus as well. Damn. They're packing the good shit in here. Actually, no, I won't bother fighting you if you're just going to stay there. edge of pitch dark. Oh, there's nothing here. I'm guessing this is where you'd fight the Demon Lord once you've got the right rumor for it. Right? Because this is an ominously empty area. Correct, yeah. It gave me that impression. There's a boss here, just not yet kind of attitude. Alright, let's head back. Maybe we can fight some of these demons along the way so we can say we fought something. It's a cool area though. Alright, last thing I want to try and do as well is... Oh god, still 24. And you've got the more dangerous music playing. So I want to get this ice bomb on Corey, is what I was getting at earlier. And replace the one that she's currently got, because it's a bit behind the times and a bit shit. It's ludicrously ambitious. The other thing I want to do, other than, you know, see where they're going with this current plot line with Flashter, is I want to go see if I can pick up that cauldron at all. Oh, we got sealed, damn. You set up a heal as well, just to be safe. Yeah, please heal. Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Oh, okay, it didn't do too much damage. Get the cauldron with Luard's boss fight. That's where I was going to go check. Fucking stop. Yeah, our accuracy's been brutalized. It's okay, we can. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. That's depressing as fuck, seeing all those misses. Was it just... Can you stop buffing yourself with true this and true that? It's kind of terrifying. Oh, okay, that's the longer variant. Good to know. Fuck, please land your attacks, people. I know you got your accuracy muted, but please. There we go. Hey, now Julio's got 5, so we can give him something. Silent Rage increases crit damage, increases base damage and Demon Slayer, gives him 50 extra defense. But I already kind of treat him as a tank, so why wouldn't I take that? It's why I have him in front of the party, so he can take everything. Or at least that's the intention. For some reason the enemies have a thing for attacking Corey a whole bunch, but what can you do? Yeah, but this game, even for Atelier, and Atelier can be ambitious when it wants to, it feels like they kind of reached for the stars a little with Sophie. Like they wanted to make a point sort of thing. Because I think this was like the first, at the time, next-gen title. Like I think it was the first one that ended up on PS4. I might be wrong on that, but I think this was like the first one that was like built with PS4 in mind. I think Dusk was still like PS3 titles that were ported up. I may be completely wrong on that, but so they might have just felt like they wanted to make a point and prove something a little with this. And it shows, because it's really good. You know, the fact that we just jump straight into post-game and just kind of waddling around doing, like, abstract shit kind of speaks for itself, you know? I'm going to go back first. Just in case we somehow die, and maybe see if Platcher's quest is going to go any further. And the Atelier could be super ambitious. Sophie's unusually ambitious. Yeah, but as I said, I love that. Problem is that it will become the expectation when I go into Furious. I know Furious is a very different game, even ignoring the time limit, but it is naturally going to get compared. I'll still treat every game as its own beast as much as I can, because there are some times where there's a game where it is really good in its own right. It's just, you know, it has problems when you compare it. Like, Hitman Absolution is a good example. That's a great stealth game. Fucking awful Hitman game, though. In my opinion, Furious is the weakest of the trilogy. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. Yakuza 3 is the weakest Yakuza game. That game's still great fun. I'll take it for what it is. Because I am a defender of Yakuza 3. I have a lot. I have more fun with 3 than I do 4. Because 3's plot at least makes sense. 4's plot is just rubber fucking bullets. Yeah, no, I didn't. Doesn't mean it has to. I'm just saying sometimes even the weakest games in the series can be really strong. So I'll probably still enjoy it a lot. I mean, it's too late now. I've already bought it and I'm planning to play it. It's too late. Kiwami 2 is my favourite. Yeah, Kiwami 2 took a bit to grow on me. Because when I got into Yakuza, I started with 0. And so I got used to the alternate, you know, like the ability to change your gameplay style. You have to have alternate playstyles on the fly. So Kiwami 2 not having that, I was like, oh, okay. It felt like I was more restricted. But then once I adjusted, I had fun. The weakest Yakuza game is Dead Souls. Yeah, I've never actually played Dead Souls. And I'm in no rush to change that, if I'm honest. I watched a live streamer go through it, and I got enough of an impression. I'm gonna do a grind for like a. I'm not gonna do the grind for like a dragon. Yeah, it's fair. I imagine it'll be the same for Yakuza 8. But if it's with Yakuza, I need to stop saying Yakuza. It's gonna be a hard habit to break. Like a Dragon 8, they've confirmed they're doing dual protagonists in the same manner of 0. As in, like, you'll probably do 2 chapters as, I always forget his name, the new main. You're going to do 2 chapters as him, and then you're going to alternate to Kiryu. You know, good old tradition of big franchises trying to have a new protagonist. They only ever last 1 game because people miss the old ones too much. You're going to be juggling playing as Kiryu and the new character, Ichiban, there we go, in 8. I'm going to accomplish said trophy is through Save Wizard. Yeah, because I can't remember how much of Like a Dragon I did. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure I did it all. It was just a grindy RPG. Yeah, there we go. Alright, just because I don't commit Ichiban the memory. But yeah, 8's gonna be half Kiryu, half Ichiban. So it looks like Ichiban only lasted 1 game before it became not his story again. But I don't know if you've seen the teaser for Like a Dragon 8. Kiryu's finally got grey hair. They finally acknowledge that, yeah, he's fucking old. The good true Final Millennium Tower takes 20-ish hours of mindless grinding. I might not have done that then. I honestly can't remember. I was working for 100%ing every Yakuza game. But to be honest, 5 was exhausting. And so I very quickly gave up on that. Like, even like the base story of 5. Like, I enjoy 5, but it's so goddamn long, and you look at the completion list, and there's so much meticulous, pointless shit. I was like, I'm good. I was done with Kiwami 2. I have fought Amon in almost every game. I've done at least that much. And I love how his theme evolves as the series goes on. And I also love that the moment Ishin came out, the version of the theme he got in Ishin was the one that just became his standard in most Yakuza games that point onwards. It was only Judgment that finally changed it. And then they brought back the other one anyway in 7. They're gonna be starting with Pokemon fucking Mahjong. Yeah, that's like the biggest meme of anyone in the community I've seen. Anytime I see anything from the Yakuza community, it's always fucking Mahjong! It's like everyone doesn't want to do it. Alright, let's get up there to the altar. Or the Atelier. Proceed further. fuck off. It's just in a chest. Okay, ancient cauldron. Okay, I'll take it back. For a second I thought it was just gonna say cauldron of knowledge. Super unbalanced for pro Mahjong players. Yeah, like I think I think 6 is one of the games where you can just cheat the entire trophy, or like the entire completion record for it because of the cheat items. I mean, the cheat items are in every game, but I think that you can get enough to cover everything for the completion list in 6 easily. And that's return, got it. Alright, let's go back because I want to make that ancient altar. That's a cool little reward though. The Cauldron of Knowledge goes, but at the same time no one should have access to that power. 100% for 6 to be fair. That's fair enough. 6 is a bit more, I don't want to say shorter because it's not, it's still a Yakuza game, but it is more contained. And I'm actually a defender of 6. A lot of people didn't like how 6 went and thought it was a bit of an awkward ending, but I really liked it for what it was. It's why I'm slightly skeptical about Like a Dragon Gaiden, and it's the same as I was skeptical with Like a Dragon 7. With the fact that the whole bringing Kiryu back, it's like 6 I felt ended it so nicely. It was very bittersweet. 6 trophy hunters for giving. Yeah, at some point I would love to do it. I'd love to do it on stream and make it like a task to try and 100% each one. The problem is that 0, 1, 2, and 6 all have their final chapters blocked, so I wouldn't be able to record, you know, the end game of any of them for streaming. So I can run my top 2. That's fair. I started with 0, so I'm biased, but I genuinely loved 0. But I really liked the HCCP removal. Yeah, it's all well and good doing that, but I still need to have a third-party capture card. That's the thing. It will still block the cutscenes, because otherwise I would have started live streaming Tales of Vesperia by now. So I have HCCP turned off completely, but it still won't change it. Oh my god, how much was in that chest? I mean, I'm not arguing with Meg's game. I always pick the left. I'll go down this staircase instead. The sunlight. Staircase right down is right next to us. We don't have that problem. That's in Persona 5. Are you playing Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal? Base Persona 5, the whole game's blocked. Persona 5 Royal, only the third act of the game is blocked. The new content. So, I mean, I can check at some point. Off stream or whatever, but from what I can tell, no, you can't get around that block whatsoever. Because it's what screwed me over from streaming Danganronpa V3 and the spin-off Ultra Despair Girls. Oh, I can make alchemic clay, one sec. Actually, no, we're just making something to use. Count what we got too much of. I mean, I'll check, but maybe I'm wrong. It'd be nice if I was wrong. It'd open the doors to a lot, but I'm not optimistic. I think that's something that Sony is actually slightly strict on because it's a business thing as well. If a company says they don't want it streamed, Sony can't then suddenly be like, oh, here's an easy ticket to get around it, because it'd make them look bad. Potentially, so I don't know. I might be completely wrong or off base. I need something big to make it so I want to try and keep it all white if I can help it. Patch later or something. I mean, Because what I was going to do, because although it won't be straight away, because I want to play Persona 4 first, or if I'm going to play a Persona game on stream, I do want to cover P5, but I'll get the PS5 version, because I'm hoping that won't have the recording restrictions. I'm hoping because it's a new port, they'll get rid of it. Because Atlas, they're not out of the woods yet, but they have been getting slightly better about that as time's gone on. So, should I just... should I just... Actually, before I blow up my Philosopher's Stone, let's see if I can convince Corey to duplicate it. Oh, you beautiful girl. Have this. I'm not going to need more breezy aromas right now, so we're fine. How much is this going to cost? Oh, nearly 4k, great. Corey, I could hug you. That's such a blessing to be able to get more Philosopher's Stones out of you. So now I don't feel bad burning it in this cauldron. She gets all the head pats. Okay, really expensive. Yeah, it's fucking expensive as shit. Shiny failure rush. Right, let's see if we can push the boat out on this a lot. This doesn't matter so much, so we can just put you down. You don't matter so much because you're already at that high percentage. So it's just these that matter a lot. Fuck, that bottom one is problematic. Shiny failure red. Good hug Tori too, she seems really cuddly. Oh, absolutely. She's the sort of person where, like, you'd be laying on the couch watching, like, whatever's on TV, and, like, you know, like, when you, like, I'm trying to think of a way to word it, it doesn't come across weird. But it's like, she's someone that could, like, kind of, like, cuddle up into your lap a little bit whilst you're watching TV, and you both just fucking chill out for the day watching TV. Sort of thing, like, where your back's against the back of the couch, and, like, she's slightly in front of you, and you just got, like, one arm holding her in place so she doesn't fall off the fucking front. And, like, you just watch TV, and you both be, like, the most, like, comfortable you've ever been in your life. That's the kind of person she strikes me as. That she'd just be super cozy. Getting that panel up is our problem. How are we going to get that panel up without changing the ingredient? Let me take this back to the drawing board for a second. Ah, this will help. Stronger items in the last section to make a stronger magic tool. Yeah. Oh, right, because it is a magic thing. I didn't even register that at the end. What would be a good magic tool to make? Would you recommend? That would suit that. One that's white. Yeah, fucking... Yeah, I was more asking if you remember one that you made that's white. Oh, that counts as a magic item. I could make you. Cauldron to make out of magical ice has been a while for me. It's alright, dude, don't worry. I'll figure it out myself. Ancient. That's way better, actually. That works out. Oh, I want both flips. Let me see if I can figure this out. I want both flips. Oh, come on, I'm so close. Oh, whoops, I mean bonk the mic. There we go. Full rotate, bonus display level 3, panel 6x6. We spend half a fucking lifetime working on it, apparently. And let's just pick anything, because I just want to compare. It's not as good, is it? I think my fairy cauldron's better off because I get the bonus in the corner, and there's a time limit on this. Right? I'm not missing something. The fairy cauldron's still better, unless the cauldron has synergy, tuning, time limit, and color surrounding effects. Right? Like, I'm sort of like, okay, it's great that we made it and everything, but it's kind of bad. It's kind of not worth it, it feels like, unless those bonuses really carry it. Flame of the End. Idea from Breaking Trust? What? And I've already done it once? What the fuck are you talking about? Whose trust did I break? I'll look it up. No. What's the life from Codex creation? Breaking Trust is giving up on a quest. Oh. So I'm just gonna do that a couple times. Also, we can't only do it so much, but yeah. Oh, I should check rumors. Oh, and there's your hint for the sealed temple. I was wondering. Oh. I'm out of natural oil. Yeah, sure, I'll buy some. Yeah. That's, I gathered that's just a hint for the temple. Right, what the fuck is this, and who is it for? Sophie plucked. Okay, why didn't we equip it? Why wouldn't it let us equip it earlier? Was it because we were still in the? Was it because we were still in the dungeon and doesn't let you change equipment in the dungeon? That makes the most sense. Every other effect from the previous cauldrons. Oh, yeah, because every cauldron has its own little effect. That makes sense, but in terms of like raw ability, I think I still prefer the fairy cauldron. That might change depending on what works out later, but as it sounds... Oh, there's what we picked up. Whoops, I was looking at the wrong thing. It's insanely good. What the fuck? Can everyone equip it? I'm going to give this to Corey because she gets the worst usually of all my stuff, so I feel bad. And then everyone else I'll rearrange from her equipment what I can. And of course, what she did have was worse than everyone else's, and anyway. I had a feeling it'd be like that. How much is it to enhance it? That's a lot. Engine cauldrons every... Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I glance at chat and I feel like I've read something new's been written and it hasn't been. It's just my brain playing tricks on me. Girl protection is the ideal armor to equip. Aye. And you haven't even restocked a Philosopher's Stone, let alone. Thanks for the help, Core, as always. Right, Logi. Actually, no, I'm not that fussed about you, Logi, yet. I want to see what's going on with Plachta. Try thinking of a way to turn Plachta into a human. Do I just need more time to pass, or is there something I need to do? So I just want to see where this quest line goes. Yeah, because I've got Dragon Soul, increase all stats by 15, increases skill power by 20, and that's on Sophie's weapon. Need to do more recipes? Oh. You just got to progress. Damn, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to see that. Oh, we can make one of these at least. You have to give up a nectar of life? Fucking this game. Good thing I duped them. Oh wow, look at that shiny gold velvetus. Let's not use that. But I am nearing that point then where I am going to wrap. If I need to do a lot more work for it, then also I'm not going to do that now. Because I do need to wrap up and get ready for work. So this will be my last venture with Atelier Sophie, at least for now. Because I'll be playing it more in my own time, working on things and figuring shit out. But in terms of actual Let's Play, sorry, live streams, not Let's Play, this is the end of the road. And for what it's worth, it was a really, really fun journey. This game was both longer and shorter than I thought it was going to be. But like before I started it, I was like, oh, it's not as long as the other Atelier Ariarhod. I'm sure I'll get it done in like 4 or 5 streams, or maybe it'll be fine. And then when I started it and realized how slow of a build up it is, my brain immediately went to, oh, it's going to be Riser length, and then it wasn't. But I think this was actually a sweet spot in length. Like, it didn't overstay its welcome, and it didn't tire me out. I had a lot of fun. So can't wait for Furious. Yeah, so I haven't made my schedule yet. And I'm still not 100% certain. Once I do, the schedule video will be live. I usually make it early tomorrow. Because basically, once I wrap up this stream, I'll get some food, and then I'll make the schedule video, and I'll upload it so it will, like, auto-upload in the morning tomorrow. So, like, it's usually uploaded before I even wake up in the morning, so it's still done, and, like, it's in place, so people know what's up. So I've got like an hour to think up my schedule, but it's essentially next week is going to be a mixture of Soul Hackers 2 and Furious. It's just whether I start Furious on Sunday or do more Soul Hackers on Sunday. But yeah, like, I kind of get my final thoughts on it, but this game it's super fucking cute, more ambitious than I thought it would be. I adore Sophie. I think Sophie is a genuine bean and an adorable character, and I'm not just biased because my sister is called Sophie. She's genuinely a wonderful character. I love her spirit and whatnot. I love a lot of the cast, because the only character I didn't really care that much for was Fritz. I didn't find him interesting. Like the whole doll making stuff, and maybe he gets better like in post-game stuff, because I'm still going to play it a little bit, but he just didn't catch my interest. He just wasn't an interesting character. Harold as well, to be fair, wasn't that interesting. Well, in for obvious reasons. Wishing your Ferris and Biden as well. Yeah, I am leaning more on starting first on Sunday because I am eager to jump in. With how much fun I've had with this, of course I want to see what's next, kind of thing. It's just what I end up getting up to with it, kind of thing. Like when it will be, but it'll probably be sooner rather than later. But I love the characters. Of course, I love the music. The music in this game is fucking excellent. It took me a bit to adjust to like the Cauldron and whatnot, because I said the only Atelier game I'd played before this was Riser, and obviously Riser's system is different, but once I did, this was very easy to just get to the grips with and get a move on with it, especially once I started getting better, Fritz gets much more inferior, good. Especially once I started getting better Cauldrons, I felt like the Atelier stuff really opened up and became a lot more fun. Intro first where he gets fleshed out. Oh, okay, interesting. I like all the side characters as well. I'm gonna miss Tess and Elise and Pamela. I'm gonna miss some of these side characters. This game was extremely charming. Logi not so much. I kind of forgot about Logi a lot of the time. But yeah, all in all, like I don't really do ratings and whatnot, but I will compare. Like once we finish like Furious, I'll be like, okay, I liked compared to this, I like this. Compared to that, I didn't like this. That sort of thing. So I don't want to be like, oh, I give this an 8 or a 9 out of 10 sort of thing. Like I only really do that if I am comparing. I'll say like, if this game was, I would give this one that kind of attitude. But I'm rambling at this point. So let me system save as well. And return the title. So we've got something proper to start on. So, yeah, final thoughts. This as a one man, I don't have to recommend it to you because I know you've platinumed and like finished this game like a dozen times. But to anyone who jumps in post, I highly recommend this game. If you haven't tried this before, I highly recommend it. It is slow at starts, it is, but I agree with one man. I'd give it like a 9. If I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 9. There is little things that could be improved upon and little things that could be changed that stop it from being perfect, but it doesn't change the fact it's a really fucking good time. I will say though, unlike Blue Reflection 2, this game didn't make me emotional. It did like I was kind of expecting this game to make me cry, and it barely didn't. So I'm like, okay, that's the sign that there's still room to improve. It still has a chance to kick me harder later on. But this game is super fun. It's super charming. The characters are really enjoyable. Like everyone has a place in it. Well, almost everyone. I struggled with Fritz a little bit, but he apparently gets better in the sequels. Sophie is an adorable protagonist, and I hope I get to see more of her. I hope I don't have to wait till Sophie 2 to see her again. I know she shows up in Fierce, and the last one of the Mysterious Trilogy, but I don't know how significant she is in them, or she's more they're like, hey, look at this character sort of thing. So I'll get to that when I get to that. But as a whole, really good game, really enjoyed it. Can't wait for Fierce, which will probably be starting very soon. And as always, Atelier is more cozy than Sag. If you want Sag, Dusk is your ticket. It's absolutely depressing in Aisha. Yeah, it's fair. But it doesn't have to be depressing, tearful. Like, Blue Reflection Second Light, the true ending made me cry because it was what I wanted. And it felt like I'd gone on such a journey with the characters that to finally see them get their happy ending did make me choke up. So it doesn't have to be sad emotional. It can be all sorts of variants of emotional. It's like this game, I just was happy and enjoyed it. It was, you know, there was no grand message, which not every game needs. Sophie's everlasting optimism is really endearing and never got annoying, because in some games those kind of character tropes can get annoying. She was just genuinely a brilliant protagonist, and I can't wait to see more of her as we go through these games. Yeah, then a big time end of Godot maybe for those tears. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, fucking Godot in the third Ace Attorney. Like, holy shit, that man broke me. If you're ever curious, I ended up having to split the stream into two because I got super busy last second. But if you're ever curious about how much that last case broke me, even though I knew what was coming and it wasn't my first run, find my playlist of me going through the Ace Attorney games and go to that bottom one as the motorbike passes by and like watch like the revelation of Godot and whatnot. When it gets to the revelations at the end and I'm reading his lines in the voice that I gave him, you can hear me really struggle to give those lines because I was choking up so much. Because, you know, so live streaming, I read all the dialogue and I gave all the characters' voices. Relating to his struggles and understanding his pain, even if you can't relate to it directly, or if you can, because I imagine for some people you can, obviously you can't, his story still hits, and it hit real hard. And then me having to voice him, like you can hear in that stream, I really fucking struggled to read his lines near the end of that case. I really struggled because I choked up so much. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up so I want to get some food in me and get ready for work. As always, thank you so much for watching. This game was brilliant and I'm glad I tried it, and I can't wait to try Fierce. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.